started with the freaking mute on already. I don't know, tonight might not be a great night. Anyway, friends, hello. I have returned. Last week I wasn't feeling that great. Still not feeling that great. And got a procedure set up for tomorrow too, but meh. As the life that happens when you get old. We're trying to distract ourselves from thinking about that. So we're here to get down with these dragons. And I think this episode is where we will actually be saying farewell to our younger actresses for Alicent and Rhaenyra. Which kind of saddens me, but they have set our two new actresses coming in to play the older versions of those characters. They have set them up well. They both knocked those roles out the park. And now it's just a continuation. My darling love, what is going on? Mara, hey. Casey, lovely to see you. Jake, welcome. Oh, so I'm not sure if B is going to be able to join me tonight. But we will see. We might have somebody else pop up later on also. Not sure. I'm really not sure what everyone was even doing tonight. So it might just be me on here tonight. What's going on, Scott? Welcome back. Yeah, I do too. I hope everything goes well also. But yeah, I'm kind of just like blah about the whole thing right now, honestly. It is what it is, sadly. Can't do nothing for it. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. Hey, Phil. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate that. Yep. Do enjoy your watch, my friend. And yeah, actually, I should probably open up a tab for HBO. I always have 1,001 tabs open. Like, I have 3 screens right now, and I really think probably before, we get even halfway through next year, I'm probably going to need to get a 4th screen, because stream life be rough sometimes, y'all. And you never know how many things you really have to have open at one time until you're really on here in the background and having to run all this stuff. It can be hectic. So I watched the trailer last week, but honestly, the week I had, I don't remember a damn thing that was in that trailer. So I don't even fully know exactly what to be expecting tonight. I do believe there's a few, and I saw a few blurbs on Twitter, and I do believe we're going to get that badass intro of House Velaryon looking like all of the fucking spectacular, coming into the throne room looking great. Actually, that's probably the background that I should have. Let me update that. Where is my House Velaryon picture at? I need to get that on here. Oh, there it is. And honestly, it's not even as big as I would want it. I honestly would love to have more of it, but I can't always get it to the right size for StreamYard. But this, just look, just behold that. And let me take myself out of here real quick. Hold on, just let me slide over. Look at this. Look at this fucking greatness right here. All of the greats. Freaking spectacular. I love House Velaryon. And I'm wondering, actually, when this scene does come up, is this going to be like the first time that Corlys has like set foot back in the Red Keep since he left? Because he basically said, all right, fuck you, Viserys, I'm out. And he hasn't been back since. So this is, we're going to see what's going on. Hey, bird lady, what's good? Thank you for coming in. What's good, Muhammad? Did House of the Dragon leak? You mean, did this episode leak? If it did, I have no idea. I haven't been watching for leaks to catch anything, so I really don't know. It might have. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time episodes have leaked, so. Hey, Carla. Yes, I am just so looking forward to that. Like, if that is happening this episode, then I know it's going to be a good episode. Because I also really, like I was saying in previous streams, like, Corlys and Rhaenys are like my OTP king and queen of refined petty. I love everything about their relationship. Like, this is one of very few couples that we've seen throughout the whole of like House of Dragon so far and all of Game of Thrones that truly have a very loving relationship. Like, yeah, it may have started off as business when they first got together in their younger years. That's typically how a lot of those marriages start. But with them and their interactions, you can see they are a unit, a well-oiled machine, and I love everything about them. I really do. Steve Toussaint is doing great playing this role, and I don't remember the name of the lady playing Rhaenys, but she's knocking it out the park too. All right, so let's see. Yeah, they have and it's not just love, but they have a great respect for each other. When they plan and they make those calculated moves, they are making those moves together. Like, one is not operating without the other, and that in itself is refreshing to see in a royal family show like this. It really is. I very much appreciate how much they've delved into that. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite pick of them together. And there are other people around them. Like, you could see, like, just over Rhaenys' shoulder that there's, so that's someone's head there. And I do believe over to the side here, that's Corliss's brother's face that's cut off there. But yeah, man, is it up? Okay, yeah, it usually does go up about 5 minutes before 5 for mine. So what I will say, again, as normal, we'll go through all of the intros. Once we start, we won't skip, but we'll wait until exactly 9, because you know how HBO Max be messing up sometimes. So let's wait until we actually get to 9 o'clock, and then we'll hit the go mark. But yeah, I am. I think this episode is going to be really, really freaking cool, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Let's see. All right, so I got my player up. Hope you guys got your player. We got about 3 minutes before 9, so go get your cups. If you are having libations, I got my little bit of rum here. I didn't put too much in there because I don't want to be like super tipsy, especially considering I have to go in for this scan tomorrow. So now I just gotta decide how the hell I want to arrange my screens. So definitely need to make sure my StreamYard is set to where if somebody does pop in, I can look down, get everybody on. Don't have nobody waiting backstage. Right, get your popcorn ready. You stood 3 minutes. That's enough time to get a bag of popcorn done in the microwave. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. We'll see how it goes, man. I mean, the surgery is inevitable. It's coming, but my doctor has been very, very strict in how he's done my medicine regimens and all of the tests and scans that have happened throughout this, because it's a very, very big concern that my heart be strong enough to handle the surgery. So I get why it's being drawn out. It's just annoying. Really, really annoying to just know this huge thing is coming, but you keep having to wait on it. So yeah, it gets me in my feels sometimes. That's why it's part of the reason I wasn't here last week. But we're moving on. Life must go on. Life must go on. So we're trying to get there and stay up. Hey, Mara. Thank you. I appreciate it, huh? Thank you. Green team. Oh, there's always one. There is always one. I mean, I get it. Yo, I begrudge no one their choice. They're allowed that choice just as I am allowed my choice of Team Black, always. So, do you. Do you. Everyone has to go with the team that they want to be on. I get it. I get it. All right, 8:59. 1 minute, folks. 1 minute. All right, there's usually a commercial that plays first, and then sometimes a recap. Once again, do not skip past any of that. We're going to go through all of it. Actually, let me move my StreamYard over. Yeah, that works out a little bit better. All right, all right, all right. All right. The time is 9 o'clock, kids. So I have my player primed. I'm sitting at minute 0.00. So if you are linked up with me, let's go ahead and do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Just Jennifer's mom? Yeah, Jennifer Coolidge. Cool. Glad to see her back in something. I might watch this show just to find out why that sentence was even there. What the hell, the White Lotus? All right, might have to check that out. Here's our recap. Oh, she won an Emmy for that. Okay. Definitely putting it on the watch list. Fucking Otto. Fuck you, Otto. I really, really wish that they had better people working on these wigs for House Velaryon. Hmm? I only now realize. Fuck you, Viserys. I'm gonna start calling Viserys King Patch. Got nerve to call this girl out of her bed. She trying to sleep. Nasty ass pus patches all over your body. Ugh. Oh. Gonna mute for a minute because I don't want HBO to flag my screen. I think the more I watch this intro, the more I really appreciate how they came up with this. Because it's not very, like, it takes a little bit to check it out and see what they're actually doing. Like right there with that, how the blood splatters in so many different directions. It's because fucking Harris and Alicent was doing the most in the bed chambers. They had a lot of kids come out of that relationship. Unfortunately, not all of them survived, but still, the number that did, respectable. I love seeing all the bloodline connections. It's a very interesting way to do a visual family tree. Yeah, thank you. King Patch it is, yo. Like I don't know how we calling him anything else besides that for real. Filthy McNasty. All right, come on, yes, yes, yes. Blood up the dragon. Let's go. Let's see. Where are we here? That doesn't look like the Red Keep. Huh. I've been wondering what they were going to do with her character. I've only seen like the one picture of her on horseback. I do find it interesting that the picture showed she had steel with the bow because she had a quiver of arrows and she was holding a bow in her hand. And yeah, there we go right there. She's got him on a horse. That's very interesting, especially for a woman of the Vale. Oh, for those of y'all who didn't know, this is I believe this is Daemon's wife that we're seeing here. Maybe this motherfucker showing up like he's freaking Voldemort. Daemon, get your shit together. Okay, I low key like her petty right there. What brings you to the Vale? I mean, not that we married or nothing, but why you here, bitch? And she calling him on his bullshit. Okay. Mm. All right, B. Enjoy. We'll chat tomorrow. She is pretty, yeah. Like, bro, why did you leave her? Whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck did we just see? Did you really just kill this bitch? Oh my, I didn't. Oh, this is one of those moments. Okay, this is an episode I'm gonna have to punch Damon in the fucking face. I see. Oh, the double entrada. Yes. Ooh. Oh shit. Damon, you motherfucker. Damn, bro. I mean, I know. Look, I understand the person that Damon is, but shit. I did not expect that. What the fuck? You getting seasick, bitch? What's wrong with you? Get your shit together. Wow, man. Wow, like, bruh. Holy shit. Okay, you know what? See, I'm low key mad now. Stop giving me these interesting ass lady characters and then taking them away from me 10 minutes later. Okay? For fuck's sake, I would have rather she actually been just some random ugly or plain faced person that didn't have anything impressive about her. What the fuck you do that for? Y'all didn't have to do that. I know random stupid reasons for my ramblings, but there it is. No, true enough, Jake. You're right. He wasn't. He definitely isn't a nice person in the books. But I'm saying the bulk of the things that he does, I can understand. However, that shit right there, bro, you didn't have to do that, man. I really don't think he had to do that. He could have went about the whole thing a different way. I know what goal he's gunning for, but he could have went a different route. Find her someone else to marry. You didn't have to kill her. Now I like her even more now. Yeah, I knew you couldn't finish, motherfucker. We've seen Daemon have a problem with this. Maybe it's not just nerves. Hmm? Okay, but now this is about to be you doing that though, my lady. or she could just send them off somewhere else, which I think she would find some compassion to do. But who knows? Oh yeah, Jake. The beats are there for sure. Possibly, possibly, but there's things you can do to at least temper motion sickness. I just think he was a little bitch and he was too scared to fly, honestly. No, and you're right, Tone. I'm saying he's not completely wrong, but I do think he misjudges Rhaenyra on a lot of different things. Now, for those of us that have read the source material, we know it's a lot of fucked up shit that happens on both sides of this war. But you know what? A lot of those were driven by events that happened. Neither one of these girls started out just completely bloodthirsty or hungry for power. And let's be clear, only one side was actually entitled to set power, and the other side very clearly stole the throne. So, just saying, keep that in mind for everyone that wants to go Team Green and thinks Alicent is so sympathetic as the show has painted her since episode 1. Let's just be real, all the way real about the situation. There's some shit coming that might change y'all's mind. Hello, hello. Who's this? Fuck the king. I ain't mad at Corliss at all. I mean, that, that part, that part right there. My boy, the clubfoot. My boy's working on that resume hard already, boy. Was he? I don't think so. Is that a weirwood over there? It is. Hmm. Right, stop the bullshit, bruh. Excuse me? Is he already the master of whispers? Okay, so it wasn't Cirrus that did it. Well, that answered that question. Yeah, the plan BT. Yeah. See, and again, this is that not just off script, but that subtext that the two actresses played into of that hidden romance between Rhaenyra and Alicent. Because if they are only just friends, why is that an angle that he knows he can exploit so easily? I'm saying there's look, like I said last stream, the last discussion, the look on Allison's face when they were out there talking about it, that was they fucked up, and now I'm mad at her, and now she gonna catch these hands. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I love that hallway. Yeah, he just put them little hints out there. Yep, just enough to get under his skin. I'm over here with your germs in my castle. Yeah, you need a damn chair. Mm. Yeah, you can keep that handkerchief, bruh. I don't need that back. I think that was a genuine statement from Corliss there. I think out of all the people on the small council, how strong is probably is very likely not one he had beat with. They both operate the same. Mm. That's so fucked, man. Hmm. Is it a happy episode? Like, I want to throw five freaking masks at the series right now, man. Like, ugh, get that fucking cloud of SARS and disease out of my face. Gross. Come on with it. King and Queen Petty. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that's a bit much of an axe there, Corliss. Rainey's probably told him that too. That's why she over there smirking. Yeah, no, you not okay, bruh. Somebody get him a chair for real. Yes, the fuck you do. Well, he looks like he's sweating bullets right now. Yeah, I mean, I suppose you can take it as insulting, but for real, this is about strengthening House Targaryen. So I would expect, honestly, that Laenor doesn't necessarily have to take the Targaryen name, but the kids, yeah, that's House Targaryen. I totally understand that in the deal, honestly. All right, right, yeah. Don't get ahead of yourself there, Corliss. Come on now. Understand, Viserys does owe him, absolutely, but that's bit much of an ass there, Corliss. Laenor looks like he has already been taught the game by his very capable parents, and he's just accepted what has to be done in the light. He is probably already of the mind that, you know what, look, we're gonna consummate, do whatever, but then I'm gonna go over here and see my little boobay, and we'll talk in the morning. At least I hope. I don't know. We'll see if they've actually given him his full book persona. Okay, so you're saying, okay, hmm, we ironing out the details here. See, I respect that. Game recognized game. I respect that. That's right. I get that shit together done. As long as we keep the shit under our hands, under our wrap, we get it done. Look, perfect. I love it. Exactly. That's how you do the shit. That's how you do it. You go in this shit as a team. Neither one of y'all really got a choice here. So you make you acquiesce and you push and pull and you make the rules for yourself outside of what your damn parents are doing. Yes, 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 he is, Miss Swift. Hey, and what's up? Haven't seen your name in a bit. Hmm. I was about to say, Corliss, are you being that sir, sir? Can you listen to your wife like you have been doing, please? That part. Corliss, bruh, please listen to your wife. Look, she like not this again. Okay, we passed that point. We need to build forward. Right? Exactly. He will not outgrow that. Moms always know. Take everything into account. Yep, there they are. Right, you're supposed to be supporting your man's here, okay? I like his hair. Oh, when you're a little cute lover spat. Right, exactly. Support your bae because she is speaking all the sense. All of it. Important indeed. Because Corliss needs to get it out of his head. Laenor ain't growing out of this. This is who Laenor is. Exactly. And you're right. I agree. Her and Corlys on the throne would have been a way better reign. And I guarantee you, Otto Hightower's ass wouldn't have risen to shit. This fucking guy. Still don't like you, dude. I wonder what it's gonna be. What's actually gonna be the thing to make him go off? Because there's a few different versions that we get in the book. Like it could be this one, it could be this, but then it could also be this other thing. So I'm wondering which one they're gonna go with. No, exactly. He is of a mind where the woman he's marrying is almost of the same mind. Like, look, we got to do this. We got to pop out of air, maybe two. But on the side, it's this other life that we want to lead, and we can do that. We just got to make sure the time our schedule's right. And get to the point. Oh, it starts here. Oh shit. Okay, so they're going with the jilted lover angle then. So go see where they went. Look at her face. She's already like, bitch, are you playing? You think that's something she wants to leave behind when she fought so hard to get it? Sir! Oh my god, did he misread the room? Mind you, there are Targaryen women that legit made their bones in Essos and became pretty big deals and leaders in their own right. But Rhaenyra ain't that bitch to want to run away from nothing. What? Bruh. He said that with his whole chest too. He's heartbroken right now. He really thought that was gonna work. I'm saying, did you really know what you were asking her to do, Sir Cole? Bruh. What the fuck? I don't think you knew her at all if you thought the answer to your question was going to be yes, the way you posed it. Yeah, exactly. What would she do with the dragon? Look at his face. He, are you confused as to what you were going to be in the first place? Young man, you cannot be this naive. And nobody knows what you did. Well, nobody's that's going to put it publicly to hurt you anyway. So, the serious, he has a bad case of the hard eyes. Bro, How could you misread this situation? How could you not know what you were in the whole equation, dude? You really, you really thought the heir to the throne was just gonna roll out and go live some half-hard life on a side adventure with you? Yes, yes, Tawny. There were about 3 or 4 different ways that it was theorized by Mushroom and other folks telling the story in Fire and Blood, and that was one of them. So yeah, the show decided to go with the jilted lover angle, which I mean it fits, and any one of the scenarios could have fit. It's just interesting, right? Like I believe in romance too, but come on now, he had to know. Come on, bro, what were you thinking? All right, I gotta go off screen real quick, y'all. I'm sorry, it's a bit warm, and I need my AC on. This man really thought she was gonna say yes to that. God damn, every time we see this chick, she got a freaking 18-month-old in her arms. Leave the woman alone, Viserys. With your nasty ass patches. Ugh. Ugh. Of course, here we go. And this motherfucker don't waste no damn time. No fury like a king's guard spurned. Low key. And yes, I agree. If she was a common woman, yeah, I think the answer would have been yes. But bruh, the heir to the throne of Westeros? Son, come on, man. Bro, this fucking bullshit here. See, and here it starts. This is where you start this is where you're the asshole. If this was a whole ass Reddit post after all this, Christian, yes, you are the asshole. I mean, but then again, Christian was he was fuckboy, you know, all this noble shit he trying to talk about. He was banging everybody around the damn Dornish marshes. You seem to have no problem with coming into young lady's room that you know you ain't supposed to be in. But again, that was the princess. This is the queen. How we gonna tell either one of them no? This isn't. Oh shit! Fuck. This is the story of 2 jilted lovers right here. This is what this tag team is built on. Both of them love Rhaenyra, and she feels, and they both feel that she betrayed them. It's interesting though because supposedly the betrayal to Alicent was with this guy, but this is who she chooses to team up with. Yes, that's the way it works out sometimes. At her instigation, of course, he had to make sure to put that point in there. I didn't start it; she did. You could have very easily said no and walked out, bro. You could have just, if it was really this big a deal to you, Kristen, what you should have done was take off the cloak and leave. But the fact that you're staying here and you're in this woman's room in her face talking about this bullshit, that's how much of the asshole you are. So fuck you. You don't get a pass from me. Exactly. Like where the fuck is where is your loyalty? Really, bro? Again, look at her face. Look at her face. 2 jilted lovers. He could have just rolled out. If you really truly felt that bad about it, like you were harmed that much, if it was really about your honor, you would have just dropped that sword, taken off all that fancy armor and that white cloak, and you would have fucked off over to Essos like you wanted to. But nah, you stayed here for this bullshit. That's how much of the fuckboy you are. So again, fuck you. Rest now, your grace. Melo's been poisoning this man for how long? Viserys supposedly saw through the games last episode, all that shit he was popping off talking to Otto. Look at this. Yeah, you're right, Casey. You're right, and you're right. Now, while I do still hold firm in the discussion we had about it last week with Meeks and Kevin and Lady D, I do think that Rhaenyra definitely used her power of position there to coax him into doing what she wanted. But there's another side of that. He did want to be there. Dubious consent, in my opinion. Dubious consent. And he could have just really, if he really didn't want to be there, yeah, he could have walked away. He could have walked out. It might have cost them a lot to do so, but and that says right there, really, that no, that this isn't just feelings. Like you not in this for anything but a come up. Ultimately, at the end of the day, because you have skills, he could be over in Essos and be a great sellsword. He's got skill. That's not a question. But because you're a fuck boy, you want to stay here and get your revenge. And possibly bang her at least one more time if you can, because that's just how fuck boys think. Hey, you see that shit? Oof. Yeah, I think we're moving beyond King Patch now. Carried King Jaehaerys' legacy. No, the fuck he didn't. He ignored shit and barely kept the realm together. On his own stupidity is why shit's falling apart at the seams now. I think pretty soon we're gonna see like there's like this is gonna start covering his face too. I hope it's not happening because I think she's still gonna see it's a situation where she can't say no. But I hope he don't be trying to call Alicent to his bed no more. Ugh. How much of a better situation would he be in if it would have been our boy Strong here that was the hand the whole time instead of Otto? You probably wouldn't be half dying now, Viserys. I can guarantee you that. He wouldn't have had any machinations to poison you. Mm, damn shame. We know that's coming. Breakbones is about that. And, Breakbones is low key a fuck boy too, but he's on the cool side of the fuck boy spectrum. Let's look at this little asshole right here. Look at fucking Daemon. There's our girl. There's our girl Vagar. We've been waiting for her. Oh yes, this is it. Oh fuck them. Fuck the high towers. Get off my screen, you sully it. That eye roll is everything. Breakbones does have himbo energy. He does. Get your ass out the way. You lost, bro. We don't want to see you. None of your fucking business where my wife is, bitch. You saying that with your whole chest in front of the woman that's gonna be your queen. That motherfucker really ain't smart. Look. Good Lord. Hmm. I mean, I wish we could have seen more of her before Daemon and his bullshit. Oh, here we go. There we go. Sorry, I gotta expand my screen here a little bit. Master of Mark. Look at this fucking excellence walking into this room. All rise. Mm, this little bitch ass. Oh, fuck you, Criston. I'm actually kind of glad they're not drawing out his nonsense, so we can just get to all the fuckery. Right, my true king and queen are here. Yes, yes, play it up. See, two kids playing the fucking game the way the game's supposed to be played. Come through. Yes, yes, bring your man right up there to sit next to you. Y'all can go play with your toys later. How just I cannot believe just you really thought that you were gonna be able to have her like that, bro. You see that look? She's like, oh, so that's him. Okay. Like, I mean, I feel like he low key should have introduced them before, you know. Oh, here come Daemon. More fuckboy antics. Again, let me remind y'all, Daemon is said to be the most hated and the most loved man in the realm all at once. It's just the life this kid lives. Look, even Viserys is like, what the fuck you up to right now, bro? What fuck shit is you bringing into this great hall right now while I'm trying to just enjoy a damn dinner? Look, they didn't expect him. They didn't even have a chair already set up for him. Mm, that says a lot. Right, Cousin Day Day. Cousin Day Day coming in trying to cause problems all the damn time. Right, we hate to love him and we love to hate him. Oh, now you want to acknowledge that? Maybe he's learning, y'all. You about to have a heart attack? Oh wait, this is Alicent coming in with the green. Hmm. And here enters Team Green. I'll remind y'all, up until this, she had stopped wearing green after the tourney. She's been wearing red since the engagement and the wedding. Look, and he's reading that shit correctly right now. If only you could read shit earlier in the game, Viserys. I'll give it to her. She's got good timing. Look, Breakbones is already seeing the shit. They both peeping the bullshit at the same time. Like, bro, you see this? Yo, I'm seeing it. Are you seeing this? Oh man. Oh man. Tony, believe me, you will go up and down on that. Trust me, you're going to go up and down on that thought. Congratulations, stepdaughter! Son, the petty is real! Oh boy! Right, Scott? Oh my goodness. Right, if nothing else, she made a clear statement there. Mm. Baby girl just put up that wall. Congratulations, stepdaughter. Whew. That was a calculated move. Do not underestimate what we just saw, y'all. That was very calculated. Very calculated. Right, let the fighting begin. Yeah, this is it's starting now. We are really getting into the mix here, and I love it. Small affair. Bitch. Mm, facts. And watch Daemon be the motherfucker. It's gonna be a double wedding. See, look at them playing the game. They got that's how you do this shit, man. Daemon, you too impulsive right now. I love you, but fuck. Your fuckery is absurd sometimes, man. Yo, DA. Yeah, for real. Timing. She played that right. She played that right. Team sees that. Look, yo, I think anyone could be Team Sea Snake, and they can they can be okay throughout the whole thing. Now, admittedly, in the original story, House Velaryon does switch, but I believe it's at a time when it was the right time to do so. When some of your greatest assets are gone, you have to choose survival at a certain point in time. And that's what House Velaryon did. So I don't begrudge that switch, taking into account everything that happened beforehand. Y'all will see, like Tawny, I know you especially, you haven't read all of that, so just look for it. You'll see. They're doing very well playing out this story here. I still wish they had better folks working on the wigs for House Velaryon. I really do. Oh, dude, wipe that freaking sad look off your face. You know he gonna be in your room when everybody go to sleep later. Calm down. All right. Yeah, I honestly don't. I think out of all the like major big houses we've seen throughout the whole tenure of the Westeros saga, I think House Velaryon is probably one of the least problematic, and probably one that I say I've loved from the beginning and never lost any love for. She hating big boy. She over here networking is like, yo, don't worry that Pops is gone now, okay? I got this. I'm picking up the reins here. See? Old Town belongs to the High Towers. What else is big in Old Town? The fucking Citadel. Them great rats belong to the High Towers. Make no mistake. Ion Sean, what's going on, my love? Thank you for coming through. Always great seeing you. Shout out again, DA. Oh, oh, he knows. House Royce, yo. You can always bet on House Royce too. And if you want to remember, I'll remind y'all of Rounds Royce in Game of Thrones. House Royce is actually an old house that started in the north. Hence why they keep all those northern runes on their bronze armor, because they remember. And those are their house words. We remember. Just like the north remembers. So that's where they're from. And they know some crazy shit is coming from the north too. They've been getting ready. That's why they still use copper for their armor. If you want me to explain that after the episode, somebody remind me and I'll tell you why. So that was his family. Go to fuck on somewhere, Daemon. Ugh. Fuck. Right, Daemon and the fuck shit. That's really what the side quest of this whole story could be called. Daemon and the fuck shit. Like, even Viserys caught that win, like, caught that energy. He looked like, bro, what the fuck you doing now, man? I just got everything going a little bit okay. What the fuck? Here you come with your antics. And again, here, this is gonna be something that comes back to bite Viserys in the ass, though, man. Because that's the connection being made there, and it ends up being a thing. Don't that. I always got to say that, even with characters that I don't like, don't judge too harshly. Sometimes there's other layers to these characters. You got to take into account the whole story. Here he come with the fuck shit. Here he come. And Lena, look, Lena is her mother's child. Okay, she don't already peep game. Just look at him. Look like he about to go cry right now. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that's what. Look, Lena playing the game right here. Okay, Lena is her mother's daughter. She don't already peep everything about Daemon that she need to know. Like, all right, you know what? Your brother passed over me, but I bet I get you. Don't think for a hot second that Daemon is getting anything over on Lena right here. Lena is playing him just as much as he thinks he's playing her. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that beat in the backdrop? This is why the music for the show is just great. Ramin is so good at bringing in those familiar notes and tones that we remember and mixing them to something new to perfectly fit the moment. This is a high, even though there's no battle going on here. Those drums in the background, the way this music is flowing with what we're seeing happening in the scene, this is a battle. This is a battle right here, and the stakes are high. She was. You're a little too late with this speech, bro. My boy's not wrong though. He's not wrong. And that, see, the way he's looking at it, that is not only the way you should be looking at it, but that's also the respectable way to do it. And Christian knows exactly what he's saying. But because he's a dumbass fuckboy that was in his feelings, he's already skirted the possibility of him being any type of ally. See? He understood the game. His side piece understood the game. Oh, here he goes. Y'all see that look Harwin gave him? Harwin is like, you know what? This is the second time you done blocked me, bro. Okay, we ain't gonna keep running into these things like this. I mean, he low key do need to keep his voice down, but you know he does have to put a certain amount of umph in those words, though. I'm with him. I'm with him. Rhaenyra, y'all see the look on his face? Like I said, this is a battle. She's taking his ass to task right here. Yo, what the fuck just happened? Oh, fuck's sake. What the hell did he do? What the fuck just happened? Who's fighting? Okay, Rhaenyra, you're small. Pull out one of those damn chairs, crawl under the table, and get on the other side. It's not hard. Oh shit, did Criston attack him? Oh fuck. Bro, fucking chill. This is why you don't keep fuckboys in your castle. For fuck's sake, Criston. Oh shit, who's gonna end up dead at the end of this? We know it's not gonna be Laenor, but it's definitely about to be his lover. And the king is having a heart attack right now. This is about to be the shit that has him bedridden, y'all. Look at his bitch ass. See, some people can't handle being the side piece. He's not mad about this arrangement here anymore. He's mad because he knows that side piece is still going to be getting what he wants. But he has put himself in a position to never be able to touch Rhaenyra ever again. And now he just made it worse. She will absolutely never look at him the same again. And now he's created two very powerful enemies here. Fuck, look, oh fuck, look at Laenor. He didn't deserve that. Yo, Harwin should have straight up snuck Criston with a fucking dagger to the throat right there, man. Fuck you, Criston. Fuck you. I thought it was gonna be Daemon causing the fucking ruckus. I was wrong. You piece of shit. You could have took that shit off at the beginning of the episode and left. Fuck you, bro. Fall on your damn sword. That's what you need to do. Go and make a sacrifice to the old gods in front of that werewood. Just slit your damn throat. Fuck you. And she knows. She feels every bit of pain that he's feeling because they had a fucking arrangement. They both were on the same page with this. How can she feel any type of happiness knowing that his lover is gone and knowing what that lover meant to him? Let's say she's not in love with her husband, but he's not in love with her either. But they had that understanding to where they had common ground and camaraderie to stand on and lean on each other. Look at you. Oh, you're too much of a pussy to do it. You ain't gonna do it. The realm would have been better off if you would have. Fuck this asshole, man. No, exactly. Exactly. He shouldn't have killed him. Was this Alicent saving him from himself? Of course. Of fucking course. She knows she can't wield a fucking dagger, so she need this asshole too. Fuck the both of y'all. Yep, there goes the heart attack. Yeah, he's pretty much about to be bedridden from now on. Look at that. Mm, 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 mm. When fuck boys get they that's what the name of the episode should have been. When fuck boys get their feelings hurt. Fuck you, Christian. I'm sure he really thought himself honorable by walking out there with his armor and cloak off and putting a dagger to himself or whatever the fuck he was about to do. Nah, dude, you're a fucking coward. That's what you are. You're a fucking coward. And fuck Alicent because, yeah, seriously, bitch. There's only one reason you want to keep that motherfucker around right now. There's only one reason. Right, he couldn't, that's the only reason he did that. Because he couldn't deal with the arrangement. He wanted her all to himself. Instead of acquiescing and realizing where exactly he was on the totem pole, he chose to take out the dude that did know how to read the room correctly and still know how to get what he wanted. He couldn't handle. I guarantee he thought that was him lowering himself. Guaranteed. That's the fucking mind that fuck boys be having. All right, hold on. I think they're gonna show us a preview. Let's see what's coming up. Ah, yep. There's my girl. There they are. Woo! Oh, that was one eye. Okay, that wig looks a lot better than before. Okay. Ooh. For real, those three kids that she had with Harwin, for real, that she's at fault for that. And I will pause right there, though. If I can remember, I will play that again when we do the discussion tomorrow. So, B, if you're still watching and you got a couple minutes, you can jump in if you want. Just a small recap before we actually end up and wrap up here. Um, yeah, yeah, he was an idiot. He was a fucking idiot, plain and simple. Like I said, when fuck boys get their feelings hurt, just terrible, terrible, absolutely terrible. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, yes, yeah, and I think that's on purpose. I think they're leaving us with assumptions because, of course, just like with Game of Thrones, they know there's a lot of us out here that know all of this lore, that know this story. Like some of us really like the back of our hand. So they're trying to go different avenues, and I like what they're taking it. Even with the fuck shit. Honestly, I gotta say that's by design, and it's good storytelling. So I am again still impressed, and I really like what they're doing with this story here now. So it's my feelings don't change. Like every episode just keeps getting better and better, and keeps giving me more of that good stuff that I love about watching the antics of House Targaryen. So yeah, this episode was fucking wild. Like, and I love it. There was just so much back and forth, and like this This is probably my favorite episode now. I think this is absolutely my favorite episode now. All right, yo, Scott. You know what? I will likely be over there in a little bit. I usually flip between him and Phil when they do the after shows. So yeah, yo, tell him I said what's up, just in case I don't make it though. Oh man, yeah, and that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, I think even in our world and how we view relationships, particularly marriages now, you have to be realistic, you know, not just romantic, but even still back then when marriage legit was a contract and you had to make that, you know, every now and then some folks got lucky and genuine love grew there, and for the even more luckier few there was already love there to begin with. But this is still a contract. This is House Velaryon and House Targaryen coming together. And if you're a side piece in that relationship, how very fucking dare you be so unrealistic in your thoughts to think that the heir to the throne is going to walk away from all of that she has been fighting hard for. And remind you again, she was not the heir to the throne in the beginning of the show. In the book lore, she's been training for this since she was like 6. She wasn't just a cupbearer in the small council meetings. No, right? She legit was the heir from the moment she was born in the book. Here, they made it seem like it was much later. You know, she's in her mid to late teens when Viserys actually names her the heir to the realm. So she has this responsibility now. She was already feeling, you know, the sexism and didn't like it and where it was going. Hey, what's good, Jesse? Thank you for coming through, love. And she's risen to the occasion, you know. Or Rhaenys had to give her the little older lady smackdown, come to Jesus truth moment. But you know, I think she's taken that into stride, and she absolutely is trying to become the ruler that she needs to be. You know, that's her place. That's what she wants. You really thought that just because y'all had one good night of banging, that she was really going to go off to Essos and live a half pauper's life with you? Word? Because what else could you do in Essos besides just becoming a sellsword and making money that way? And even at that, you would have to pretty much not even just climb the ranks quickly, but you would need to find. I don't even think he could be a sellsword, honestly. No, I think he would need to find a very, very rich person and slide himself in to be like the head of their guard. And that's how he's going to make the most money. Like, he probably would have had to go to the Sea Lord of Bravos and get in there. But then again, that would put him into contentions with House Velaryon again. Because we know where that marriage pact was originally going to be going. It's, like, for real, I'm saying, Rhaenys, if Rhaenyra really, truly would have been allowed to, really would have been allowed to rule, Rhaenys would have been the best hand that she could have. Corlys would have been great also, but whew, Rhaenys was coming with that truth all the way from day one, and her having that older lady perspective that grew up seeing all of the fuck shit, yeah, that's the hand that you want. Oh my goodness. Lorraine, hey. Yeah. I mean, look, that's real. Sometimes you got to itch and it needs to be scratched. And that's where she was, you know, Daemon freaking, you know, she, you know, he got her all, you know, squishy and wet down there, you know. And then I guess whatever the fuck was wrong with him, either couldn't get it up or he just had second thoughts and left her there. Again, fuck you for that, Daemon. So yeah, she was like, okay, I ain't gonna get it from him. Well, I gotta go get it from somebody else. And Criston was the nearest target. That's it. That's all it was. That wasn't her telling you, yo, baby boo, I'm in love. Let's run away and be together. No, you were it for that night. And you might have had a few more nights if you would have played your cards right, but you went and gotten your feelings. And you did this nonsense. Like, come on, man. Come on. Yes. Tonight was fire. I think, who was it that said, was it Phil or Scott that said like this is like a WWE of entrances and drama in the episode? And it was like everything just like everybody's in the screen on the edge of their seat like, oh shit, what's coming next? Like who's gonna be the next person to start a ruckus? Oh man, yeah. There's a lot that they did here, and I think they did it so spectacularly. I'm really looking forward to this. Like this is where the true discourse really starts, because Alicent has firmly planted her feet on the side that she's going to be on. Very firmly planted her feet, and Criston has attached himself to that very firmly and very clearly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Because what the hell would she have been able to do with Cyrax? That's not how dragons and their riders work. That it's almost a symbiotic relationship. Like there's no one without the other. Like one of them would have to die to break that connection. So I don't know what you were thinking, bro. How y'all gonna run off and hide and do anything in Essos when there's a motherfucking dragon following you about? You really didn't think this shit through, did you? What the fuck? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right. There's too much to take in and remember and try to put on the plotline. Like it's that meme of shit, I forget. I think it's what show is that? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia or something like that, where dude has like the chalkboard behind him and he's got 1,001 things with like yarn connecting everything and how it goes. And he's like sweating bullets trying to talk to somebody and explain what's going on. That's all of us right now. That's all of us putting this shit together. Like yesterday was two of my baby cousin's birthday party. And one of them is also not just my baby cousin, but also my goddaughter. So we're over there sitting, chilling, playing. And I think me and her mom went to go get up and do something, and she just started yelling her freaking ass off. The youngest one started yelling her ass off about stuff, and we both look. And you know when kids are raised by people with a lot of petty energy, she looked at us like, don't look at me like that, bitch. You know exactly what's going on. You know what I want. So why are we doing this other thing? Hello. That's randomness. That's random fuckboy shit that you need to stop doing. Don't ever go full fuckboy. Never, ever go full fuckboy. Don't do it. And Lorraine, you are correct. Daemon got her hot. She had an itch that needed scratching. And she went and found somebody to scratch that itch. That's it, plain and simple. That's it. Yeah, I do believe I think we got 10, Tony. 10 episodes. Look, I've said it once. I will say it again. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, probably about 9 out of 10 times I've said it and agreed with that very fact was during the Ginger Ale chat when we were talking about things that we always eventually talk about on Ginger Ale chat. Yeah, look, pussy is a powerful thing. And you can get caught up very deep in the game, pun fully intended, when it's about pussy. That prove me wrong. That's all I'll say. Prove me wrong. That is just how it works. And yeah, goodbye to our young actresses, because yeah, next episode we got our adult actresses coming in, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they're doing. The young lady that is playing Rhaenyra, I am not familiar with her work, but from what I've read, around, that she absolutely that can hold it. And from the previews, the little previews we've seen, and even just like the look on her face in the pictures, I think she got that. Now our other homegirl that's playing Alicent, I know her from Bates Motel. I believe she was also in Ready Player One. And there's something else that I saw her in that I remember liking, but I don't remember what the name of it is. But yeah, she's I was just like Matt Smith. I was behind her 100% from day one. Yeah, I know she's going to knock it out the park. Oh, man, let's see. May have been more nights. I'm not sure how much time passed, but still the princess isn't running the SS to be poor with you. Son, that says it right there. That says it right there. What made you think? And even if they did do it more than once, yeah, it feels right. What made you think she's going to walk away from being heir to the fucking throne with a kick-ass dragon at her back? It doesn't. Honestly, anyone could storm that castle and take out all of the Kingsguard. As long as Rhaenyra can get to the dragon pit and get on Cyrex's back, she is whooping everybody into submission. That's just it, plain and simple. That's the type of weapon that dragons are. And best believe if something like that did ever start going down, yeah, if Cyrex is still alive, she's swooping in to find out where her rider is. Because that's how connected they are. It's an even deeper connection, I think, than the Starks have with their direwolves. And I'm only saying that because at the point in time when we saw the Starks get their direwolves, they hadn't had direwolves for many a generation. And I think a lot of the magic in their blood was just completely forgotten about and unused. Because I always tell people, if you want a reminder of what the Starks really used to be, look at the kennels when we see them. Those cages are all far too big for just regular dogs. And we've seen the regular dogs in them. Why do you have cages that big for just regular dogs? No, Starks hella used to breed direwolves because just like the Targaryens with their dragons, that was their staple familiar animal, as you say. And I don't mean familiar as something you know. I mean familiar as in like a vampire might make a human familiar that just serves him. That's what the Starks were doing with direwolves. Before, for whatever reason, direwolves disappeared from south of the wall, and they were all north of the wall until I suspect Bloodraven made a lone she direwolf get past the wall. And I don't, wolves aren't solitary animals unless they absolutely have to be. So, my headcanon always says that there was a male direwolf that was there, but he probably died trying to protect his pregnant wife, and made it so she made it past the wall and got into the Wolf's Wood or wherever it was, and them found her after getting killed, unfortunately, by that great stag. So yeah, that's my random thought. He low-key is. He low-key is because again, what do you really have to offer, bro? You didn't even try to offer her anything that would fit the bill, that would like fill that void of the whole change of her life that would happen if y'all just ran away as two crazy kids in love, the Essos. I just don't get how he thought that was really gonna work. Yeah, exactly. Huge statement was made, and she did it very calculatedly. There's a reason she came in when she did. She wasn't just late to the celebration. No, she came in the middle of her husband's speech, who let's not forget, while she may have cared for him a bit, she was never in love with this man. She's been doing her duty from day one. Let's remember that. Let's remember that. And this right here, yeah, you interrupt, which firmly says that you're definitely not on your husband's side. You were never truly on his side. You came in to interrupt him because he's the enemy. He's fully and firmly the enemy now, and you need to cut him down a bit in the very small bit of avenues that you can cut him down in, and making him shut the fuck up for your entrance is one of those. It's a petty move. It's calculated petty, and it's a weapon when you know how to wield it, just like Rhaenys. Yeah, that shit, and that again, I think proves that that's the fuckboy that Lord Criston, I think is what Casey's been calling him. Lord Criston is, yeah. Seriously, man, it was suckish. Yeah. Oh, if you think you don't like him now, no, just you wait. The game is just now really getting started, y'all. It's just now getting started. There's so much more to come. A dragon will speak this series. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, she totally buried that friendship. Baby girl really came down there and said with her head held high, not batting the eye. Oh, stepdaughter, bitch, what? She has never ever a day in her life in this marriage called her stepdaughter. That right there again draws the line in the proverbial sand. This bitch is really playing the game now, and I've been telling people to watch out for that. Everybody that's sympathetic to how they've been portraying Alicent and telling you, look, nah, nah, Team Black all the way. Oh my goodness! I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot, but it was so good. It was so good. They're telling the story right. I really really like how they're doing a lot of the things they're doing here. Daemon did he spoke a little bit, but not enough. And see, and this is a skill that not all actors can actually pull off. Matt Smith is very good at acting without saying anything. I mean, he had a few lines during the episode, but the bulk of this episode for him, a lot more was said when he was being quiet. His face acting is on point, all the time. He said a couple of sentences. I honestly can't even like remember what they were, but yo, he didn't have to say a whole lot. He really didn't. You're saying you don't go for a fuckboy. Don't go for a fuckboy. Don't do it. Yeah, he acts, and y'all will come to see. Again, that's why I said don't mistake every time I call Daemon on his bullshit. I'm always gonna call people on their bullshit, but I am still a Daemon fan. He's low key a fuckboy in his own right, but there's things about the dude that, like, damn it, I just gotta take that aspect of his character. It just is what it is. You'll see. All I can say, if you don't know the source material and if you haven't read the Rogue Prince either, because the Rogue Prince really gets into the nitty gritty of the whole conflict between the blacks and the greens, but it tells it a lot more from Daemon's perspective and gives a lot more insight of his personality and why he does some of the things he does. And I think they're doing spectacularly. Matt Smith is knocking this role out the park. For everybody that loves him, he's doing random fuck shit, and some of us are like, man, what the fuck? But then overall, I think the bulk of us are like, yeah, that's Daemon. There it is. But never mistake it. He does truly love his family. And when the shits really, really start going, yo, kid is a force to be reckoned with. He is a force to be reckoned with, and firmly believe if it comes to Team Black or Team Green, Daemon is absolutely Team Black. 100%. They don't die. Look, and we're seeing that. But like I said, I saw what he was doing or trying to do with Rhaenyra. But if he thinks that he's getting one over on Rhaenyra, he's sadly mistaken. This is the daughter of Rhaenys Targaryen. Bitch, you ain't getting shit over on her. Rhaenyra knew what the fuck you was about the moment you sat down and started giving her the googly eyes, boy. You ain't slick. You ain't slick. Cut that out right now, Daemon. Yeah. Yeah, seriously, bravo to our young actresses. They did the damn thing. They really did. And I'm going to miss them for the rest of the series. But yeah, y'all did the work, ladies. We applaud you. I'm going to be following both of your careers from now on. I hope you get some more good shit to get into, because you absolutely deserve it. Killer game here. I mean, look, she might. I mean, it's said a lot in the original story. Yeah, she was the realm's delight, not just for her personality, but for her cleverness. Like, again, she was training to be the heir since she was a child in the original story. So she's grown up showing, her cleverness and showing her skills and actually being allowed to give proper input during these small council meetings on the different situations happening around the realm. So yeah, people know and have seen that, okay, this ain't just some random regular old princess. No, okay, we love her. And she legit was loved around the realm. Until all of the fuck shit started happening, and she did make some missteps. She doesn't get a free pass on her bullshit either. There are some missteps there. But overall, again, at the end of the day, her throne was stolen. She was the heir, the named heir. And her throne was stolen because House Hightower was too ambitious. And sadly, she didn't play the game well enough to where she could have been on hand to actually, maybe try to stop or intercept some of the fuckery before it happened. Had she been able to be at the Red Keep, I feel like things could have gone differently. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. All right, I am way behind on the chat. So let me scroll up. Yes, totally agree. Matt is a great actor. I knew he was going to kick this out the park. Yes, psycho as he is, I ride with Daemon. Facts. I'm yep, absolutely here. Yes, I am watching The Rings of Power. I have not seen Friday's episode yet. That's why I know a few of my friends have been doing streams about it over the weekend. I didn't check in on those streams because I hadn't seen the new episode yet. But I definitely will be into it. I can't remember if DJ and Fandom said they wanted to cover that show or not. That might be the one that we replace our Wednesday Westworld streams with, because we finished Westworld now, so we don't have anything for Wednesday night. I don't know. We'll see if we discuss that there. I am going to be on with Heidi at CostumeCo for the finale of Rings of Power. And, in the meantime, if there's something where she might be short a host, she'll pull me on for that. But we'll see where that goes. I haven't been discussing that one just because I don't pay for StreamYard anymore, so I don't have a lot of different live streams that I can do all the time. So House of the Dragon was more important to me, so I put my time towards that for now. But I am definitely watching. I'm enjoying it so far. Lady Disa, our queen of the dwarves, she is everything. I love her character. She's my favorite right now. And see, Crispin was a hot body. I mean, basically. See, I don't know, and that's the thing. A lot of folks say that, yeah, he could have said no. I still feel like it was dubious consent. I think Rhaenyra did have power of position over him, and she did absolutely use that power. So, again, if he was really honorable and whatnot the way he thinks he is, then he would have just walked out and quit right then and there before she had had any chance to do anything and, sully his name and get him fired or killed for telling her no. I mean, and Rhaenyra can be petty, so I wouldn't put that past her, just saying. Right. He's not lost in the time streams per se. He just landed in Westeros and the telephone box didn't want to work no more. So he's stuck there now. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to have fun for once in my life. Yo, bruh, right? Like, he literally cleaved like half of his fucking face in, bro. Like, dude, how mad you gotta be to do something like that to someone with your bare hands? Like, bruh, get the fuck out of here with that. Get out of here. Yeah, hella petty. He didn't know how to deal with it. It wasn't really even. I don't think it was really even a rejection. It was just like, bruh. Do you really realize what you're asking? I don't think he really did. I really don't. Alicent can hang with Rhaenyra. See, and that's the thing. In a lot of cases, yeah, she's beaten to the punch. But there's some moves coming that Alicent does. I mean, they dirty, but She a high tower, you know, they always do what they gotta do to win. That's what I expect. She ain't. She ain't. She's been calculating. She started calculating this shit the moment it was confirmed to her that, yeah, Rhaenyra did bang. The moment that became truth, she was like, all right, fuck it. I'm all in now. Because remember, she didn't have to be doing any of this play for power. Her dad's gone. He's not in her ear anymore. I mean, yeah, he planted the seed about Aegon being king, but she still wasn't even on board with that at all then. Had she not found out that Rhaenyra actually did what she was being accused of, I think things could have been different. Things would have been different. So yeah, I mean that's where that stands. You know, once you factor that into the game, you can see why she made every move she made. Yeah, that fucking Otto. Like, bro, no, you reached too far too fast. That was your fault. This is the fucking mines of Moria and the dwarves digging too greedily and too deep, and they awoke a Balrog and they got. Otto, you fucked around and found out. That's it. Yeah, I mean, but do you expect anything more from his character though? He's bullshit. And again, this is another character where they're knocking out the park with how they're playing this. This is exactly how Otto was in the original story. So yeah, they're doing a damn thing with this. Mm-hmm. Like, and he didn't have to kill her. He did not have to kill her. There's so many other different things. Like, everything that he said had already got back to her, and she called him on that bullshit. And I was like, oh wait, this is I didn't expect you to have moxie like this. Like, hold on, wait a minute. And then, you know, this is Emma all over again. They gave me a kick-ass female character that wasn't taking no bullshit from anybody. And she's dead now. I don't like it. I don't like it. Already got Alicent holding that secret over his head. Yeah. But see, and because he's the jilted lover, well, the second jilted lover, I think both him and Alicent fit into that category. He's not gonna take too much stock in that part of the whole, you know, the whole game of it all. He's not going to recognize that as Alicent having any secret over him, because he actually divulged that of his own free will. You know, Alicent was trying to beat around the bush and say something. He was like, he just said it flat out. No, it happened. Mm-hmm. Yep, sure did. We did that. I know what she tastes like, just like you. I mean, he didn't say that part, but that's what he should have said. You know, from the narrative that we've been given. That's all I'm saying. Two jilted lovers over here. Yeah, facts on facts. I hope they are collecting all of their flowers because they absolutely deserve it. Absolutely. Yeah, like that. I mean, and I don't even know who that actress is. I'm gonna have to go look up her work, because kudos to her, for real, for real. This is low key like how they had Courtney B. Vance as Uncle George in Lovecraft Country for only 2 episodes, and then they killed him. You hired Courtney B. Vance to just do 2 fucking episodes? Really? And here you gave us lady, what is it, Rhea? What's her name? Rhea Royce? Badass. Them few couple of minutes, yo, the woman had presence of character on the screen for just that little bit that she was there. And then, boom, of course, because Daemon got to be a fuck boy and be petty. You know, now she did. Terrible. See, I question that. I wanted him to, but something was just saying to me that he wouldn't actually do it. Even if Alicent wouldn't have showed up there, I just don't know that I really don't know that he has the backbone to do that. I think he would have chickened out and then just left. And maybe I don't know. I don't think it's my choice. Oh man, yo, I'm saying I enjoyed the hell out of that. Like, this is not just, what do you call her? You know, my Brahms bitch. Nah, This isn't some little girl that he was messing with that was just whining about her husband being home. Nah, they legit married and he's supposed to be there, and he comes in and she pulls up like, bitch, what the fuck you doing here? Huh? First of all, you ain't here in the first damn place. And then I hear that you talking all this bullshit about the sheep being more attractive than the women at the Vale because you're a bronze bitch, can't do what the fuck ever. What you doing here then? Roll the fuck back out. She called him all of his bullshit, and like that is a character that I want to see more of. Because if you boasting enough to call old Daemon out on his fuck shit, then yeah, I think Daemon missed out because she probably would have been a hell of a fucking partner. And he was just being petty and in his feelings because Viserys made him do something that he didn't want to do. That's it. This is again the younger sibling just being a little dick because he can be. No, and I agree with that. I don't think she would have either. I think if the realm was calling for it and she really didn't think she had any choice but to get rid of them, she wouldn't have killed them. She would have just sent them across the narrow sea. I think she would have absolutely set them up with whatever type of money they needed. Legit, she probably would have just paid child support every month. I don't think she would have minded doing that, but she would have gotten rid of them and made it so they didn't have to be bothered or worry about anything. So, that's where I stand on that. Let's see, what is this? The High Towers and so should just wed each other to look. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing else to be said about that. Thirsty as fuck. And even while this asshole knows he doesn't have a shot anymore, he's still sitting there talking shit. And this is how clueless this asshole is. Viserys straight says, well, this is your future queen and heir to the throne. And he still said what he said. Like, you really over here trying to make jokes about women and your future ruler is right there, bro. You over here trying to still impress the king. His impression is of no consequence. You'll still be alive when he's dead. And you know who's going to be in charge? That bitch sitting next to him. And you just fucking talk shit to her face about what you think about the activities of women. Bruh. There's no words on how clueless that asshole was. Oh my goodness. Just absurd. I don't know if I will be able to. I might, if I can get some folks together, I might do like a full season wrap up. Because I am watching and I do really like the show. I haven't had the time to put it into my schedule. So we will see. If I do get a season wrap up done, I'll definitely put the notifications out there. So we can come and chat about it and have fun. And yeah, that's what I was saying when we were watching. Like they both knew that it was a contract, but they had their own deal set. They knew how they were going to operate together and still have their things going on the side. And they were both okay with that. They knew that's what it was going in, but how can either one of them be happy when someone in that occasion, someone in the whole situation that was important in the whole situation was so brutally killed and stolen from them? Like, neither one of them can be happy. Like I was saying, she's not in love with Rhaenyra by any means. But I think she did absolutely at that time care for, what his feelings would be for his now dead lover. So she's crying just like he's crying. It's just so fucked up. It's so fucked up. Yeah. And I think that's what happened too. Yeah. They had to go ahead and just skip through the whole week because nobody's going to want to stick around and try to, be awkward in the fake happiness. So yeah, I think that was a smart move to do that. And yeah, if you're talking about Sir Crispy, yeah, he should just fucked off the F-Souls by himself. You didn't have to stay here for this shit. That again is what makes you a fuckboy, amongst other things. They did. You see this background I got right here? That is why I put that background back because I stand House Velaryon, and the way they pulled into the throne room, boy, look, with all of the fanfare. You see, when the Lannisters had walked in, there wasn't none of that, heavy music playing or nothing. No, the Velaryons had their own fucking theme song walking in to the damn Great Hall, and I loved it. I loved it. Look, just dripping with gold. Speaking of the riches that they have, like, bitch, we don't even fucking really need the crown though. I love them. I love them. I really do. Yeah. It's so much more coming. I really like where they're at here. And you're right. Yeah, it wasn't her business. Again, that's why I remind people when it comes to the it almost their romantic subtext between Alicent and Rhaenyra. The actresses did that on purpose. They read that in the script and they thought it should be in there, and they played that part right. All of those interjections are very subtle, and yeah, I think they played it perfectly. That's why I said this isn't just the case of Crispy being in his feelings. It's also Alicent. It's two jilted lovers now teaming up because the one that they both wanted doesn't want them. Technically, she didn't. True. But again, jilted lover ain't gonna see it that way. See, Alicent was naive to think what Otto said wasn't true. She's thinking about, and she does, and I understand that. I really do. But Otto saying that there was going to be war when she was crowned, there may have been a rebellion, maybe even 2 or 3. We've seen that happen, like with the Blackfyre rebellions. But again, they have dragons. Those rebellions would not have gone on for very long. And I think to a certain point, once you beat people the right way, they're not going to rise up again. Or if they do, it's going to take a very, very long time for them to truly organize and get to the point to where they even have the confidence enough to do it. That's what I'm saying. House Velaryon and House Targaryen in a marriage pact always just made sense. It always made sense because two families, the only two families still of old Valyrian blood, the only two families that are dragon riders. Why did anyone ever have to tell you, Viserys, that you should look at this family to marry into? Stupid. All right, let me scroll down here to see where I'm going. Right, yeah. From what I've seen, he's either Crispy or Crispin now, from now on. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, she slept with her king czar, not Alicent's dad. Like, bitch, you fucked my dad. And you expect us to still be friends? When you could have easily told me in any of the 7-8 months that it was going on, but no, you still chose to be smiling in my face and doing fuck shit behind my back. But now you mad because the tables are turned, but this isn't even of the same caliber compared to what you did. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, that's what it is. Guaranteed. It took whose virginity? Crispin? Crispin had already made it known that he had been fucking all around the freaking, what is it, Dornish Marshes where he was at? Nah, he banged plenty of bitch over there. Oh wait, is that what you is that what you were hearing whenever we're saying no, it's not Crispin, it's Criston Cole. Criston. It's Criston Cole, not Crispin. I just think it's Crispin and Crispy are very funny. So yeah, that's who he is now. Let's see. Scroll down here again. Are you talking about Rhea Royce there? Because look, again, this is why I'm mad that they even gave us this character. Because that little tidbit, if I remember correctly, that's not even in the book. I could be misremembering that. It has been a while since I've read The Princess and the Queen or The Rogue Prince or Fire and Blood. If you are talking about Rhea there though, Mara, mind you, this was after he had already gotten her thrown off. Oh shit, Meeks. Hey, hold on. Yo, check your Twitter messages, ma. I'm about to send you the link. Jump in. Oh shit, and I'm just now seeing your messages too. Yeah. The mess was Messington's. Come through, Meeks. Come through. I just sent you the link. Okay, well, I guess we're doing an after show now. I really didn't even intend to still be here because my homies are doing after shows. But again, mods, if y'all can, though, I still always support the homies. Uh, let's see, who is it? Phil, the issues guy. He is, I'm pretty sure his after show has already started, as well as David Lightbringer, I believe, is doing one now. All right, cool. David Lightbringer is doing one now, and there's actually a lot of folks that go live after the show now. There too many to name. I don't know if Ion Tron is still in here, but Ion, if you follow him on Twitter, he pinned a whole list of people's channels that do after shows, right after show. So, bounce around if you haven't already. I appreciate y'all hanging and chilling here with me too, though. Appreciate that a lot. See, that's why he picked up the right. Yes. Yeah. He literally already had her dead to rights. She was not going to be getting up and crawling or pulling herself to safety or anything. No, she was dead, but he was just going to leave it to her bleeding out and dealing with her body's trauma from the fall and being broken like that. And, the elements, if anything, if nothing else, would have gotten her before any type of help could have found her and maybe saved her. But Rhea not going out like a little bitch. And you know what? Actually, I'm glad that they showed she's a Royce, because this fits with a woman of House Royce. Yeah, again, House Royce are first men. They are from the north, and if you know what I know about Lady Mage Mormont, northern women don't fuck around like that. When they're born there, not when they're married into someone in the north, like Lady Dustin. No. When it's true ladies of the north that are raised there, yeah, they don't fuck with the bullshit, especially if you come from Bear Island. Yo, you are taking care of all your wifely duties when you're supposed to. You might have a kid on your hip, but if you gotta fight, it's also a fucking axe or a dagger in your other hand ready to go. Either way. So yeah, I respect the fuck out of Rhea Royce, and I'm so mad that they gave me such a great character for only 10 minutes on this screen. He had her dead to rights, and she was like, "Oh, I knew you couldn't finish, son." You want to talk about a bitch that gives no fucks? I'm already dead, but you ain't about to feel happy about walking away from me, bitch. Let me get you with this one last jab, and now I'm out. Respect. All respect to her. Seriously. And yes, we do. We ain't gonna get into it all. Meeks will be here in a minute. We ain't gonna get into it all because we're gonna save some for tomorrow, y'all. If you remember, come back tomorrow because me, Meeks, and Lady D will be here, and I got another special guest coming through, and we haven't seen him in a while, so I think you guys are gonna enjoy him being with us. And here's my girl. Yo,
girl.
Tell it. Speak on it. Speak on it. They've been listening to me for the past half hour. Say something.
Girl, listen. There's nothing worse than somebody who is salty, perhaps, a tad tired, perhaps,
Say it.
A tad jilted, perhaps, than Crispy McCrisperson. Child, I am like, you had thought that she was going to leave everything for you and your mediocre peen? Sir, I don't care how badly you blow her back out. That's the crown.
Exactly what I said. Bitch, did you really? You said that with
tried it. You tried it. You was like, okay, just come home with me. Come home with the who?
Hey, y'all, hold on. Let me know how the sound is because I kept my headphones out so we could hear the sound of the episode. But if you're getting an echo from me or Meeks, let me know and I'll put my headphones on so we can keep it kosher.
Girl, I can't. Girl, I can't.
Yo.
Like, I was all the way upstairs. I was like, I need to talk to somebody about this. I was like, let me just see what AK is doing. I was like, AK is on.
You know what? I actually was gonna text you and see if you wanted to come on for the watch along, but I was like, wait, nah, she'd be recording, so I didn't think you could do it. I thought it might mess up the sound.
Yeah, I think it would have.
Yeah, so I didn't send it, but I'm glad I saw it because I saw somebody say something about Meeks. I was like, wait, Meeks is Meeks in here, and then I saw your name. I was like, oh shit, come through.
Listen, your background is correct. When they came down them steps, I was like, look at the melanin dripping, even in the back, even the people.
I
also,
legit almost wanted to put up the Wakanda X, and you know,
come on.
Oh wait, no, wrong universe.
Listen, we can merge them for the time being. Like, come on. Son,
it was that entrance. Like they literally cut off everything, and the band started playing like their little theme song. Everybody marching in again. Like I said, look at the drip.
The drip was drippy.
The clothes, like to the nine, just gold accents every motherfucking where. The hair actually looking right a little bit here. I still think they need to do a better job, but it looked better than what we've seen before.
Yes, her wig was wigging, and I'm like, oh ma'am, come on, come on.
And everybody was coming in just to let nobody miss the beat.
The only person I couldn't stand was that dude who just sat there and ate his food. You sitting here forgetting your station, sir. You don't have the authority to even, you shouldn't even said nothing to Criston. Okay? Shush. You should have just sat there and ate your food. You should have enjoyed that bird like Viserys was enjoying that bird. He was trying to get in that thing. He was like, you should have did that.
I get what he was doing. However,
no, you should have read the room.
See, that's the thing, and I'm not trying to defend him because no, you're right. He should have read the room there. However, I think it's not that he didn't necessarily read the room; he just didn't read correctly. Like he got the stance of Rhaenyra and Laenor,
but he should also peeked his face.
The fuck shit with Criston.
Yeah, he should have.
Yes, we're calling him Crispy or Criston. That's not his name, but that's what we call him.
That's what he is now because you don't deserve your real name. He should have peeped his face and how he was glaring at her the entire
like the jilted lover.
Exactly. So what makes you think it's the appropriate time to go and poke this man who realized he just lost someone he wanted to be with? That's why he ended up with no teeth and a hole in his face.
The whole half of his face was
gone. Face off, gone. That's what you get. I didn't like them in the first place. I was like, you know what? Laenor, he's kind of cute. You, not so much. Who picked this actor? He's not cute. He's not sensual.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. The only thing he really had going for him was his hair. I like the way his hair flowed. I think I like.
No, and that's the thing. You're right.
I was like how his hair was flowing. You know, because like that's a decent style for a Knight of the Realm. But then you came in here with this nonsense.
That's what you get. That's why you did. And Viserys is old, crunchy ass, falling apart the entire episode. He did. I didn't
even think about that. Why didn't they snatch his ass up? You, no one was in danger. You literally committed this murder for no tangible reason. So why isn't his ass in the black cells right now?
Well, technically, he's the King's Guard, and the only person who can question the King's Guard is the King, and the King was too busy trying to keep his nose from bleeding. So maybe he was just not.
Even before that, though, regardless, when you look at the situation later, when you investigate and whatnot, there's no reason that Criston had to put his hands on that man.
Nope, none.
There's no reason at all. No, that was cold-blooded murder. Yeah. Your ass should be looking at the gallows.
I mean, the last scene said it. She saved him.
Now. So yeah, she protected him.
She saved him. But I was just listen.
You thought it was terror. Hold on, wait. I gotta see. For real? Okay, let's go.
Oh hell no!
It felt like
it is a soap opera. It is. Game of Thrones is a soap opera.
I mean,
No,
okay,
no,
but
no,
that's
no.
the whole. That's literally the whole of A Song of Ice and Fire is a damn long ass drawn out soap opera.
Yeah, this
Did you
is
not watch Game of Thrones? That's to be expected. That's
the
exactly what all of
things
this is.
that happened in this episode. Even though they were soap opera, they still needed to happen. I enjoyed the
exactly.
mess.
They're
Like
all
this was
pieces
going to
in the
happen.
puzzle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is the reason why Crispin is now Team Green.
Exactly.
You couldn't have all of this. Like he over here, but his feelings hurt.
Just switch over. There had to be a reason.
They had a bond. There had to be a reason to sever that bond, and the severization of the bond was the marriage. Because he was like, "Why don't you marry me?" And she was like, "See,
marry me and move across the narrow sea. We'll just, while I'll find some work somewhere and we can hide
I don't
out.
like those. I don't.
What you gonna do with the dragon?
I don't want
because
it.
that relationship isn't broken just because she moved out of Westeros. And how you think a princess is gonna walk away from her throne for your ass?
I'm like, sir, the dick can't be that good.
The dick ain't that good. Fuck that. Look, see,
sir, I didn't see any proof of the dick being that great, but I gotta leave my crown.
There's no way. There's no way it was that good. I'm not bullshit. I refuse.
Like the exorcism didn't happen when the legs folded and the head and the legs meet from the back. I didn't have that happen, so I don't understand why I gotta leave my crown.
I appreciate JD. I don't think you've watched it, but yeah, definitely give me your thoughts. I know like time zones don't be wanting us to be great. That's why y'all haven't seen JD in any of my discussions, but I'm gonna try to work it out and see if we can get him on at least for the finale, because I'm thinking of doing something special.
I don't want to talk about the finale because that makes me sad.
Okay, well, we ain't there yet. I'm just saying. So, JD, we'll rap about that later. Love you, bro. Thank you for coming through. All right, hold on. Okay, Matt, I came out. No, don't apologize. No, I get it.
No.
I get it. No, you ain't doing nothing wrong. Nah.
Opinion's an opinion. That's great. Listen, I enjoyed it. I even in my reaction, I was like, "This is better than Bridgerton." I was like, "Mrs. Messington," because I knew where it was going. Because I knew where it was going, and I was like, because in the book you never got a definitive answer about what happened.
Yeah, there's like 4 different things they say could have happened.
It's like it could have been this, it could have been that, but here we're seeing what happened. And I'm like, I see what you did. The moment they were talking about Laenor being gay, I was like, I see what you're doing. Everybody knew, but nobody said nothing.
I wasn't sure whether they would pull that in. I'm glad they did, because it is really a very important plot point, and it speaks to why Rhaenyra's kids, quote unquote, look so strong and not Velaryon. There's a reason for that, but I will throw shade again, and I'll talk about
that man is my man.
Bring that in.
Sir, break bones.
Yo, he a G. He a G for real.
He went through there like, you want me to do what? Bet. Say less.
Look, and y'all saw, and again, the breadcrumb for that was the Wild Hunt. When she came back to camp with the blood all over her still and the dead boar pulling along, he was the only motherfucker looking at her smiling like, okay, bitch, yeah. Gave her a nice little nod. I see you.
All right, man. Bringing in this pig. We got bacon, baby.
How strong, honestly, in the whole grand scheme of the history of things happening in Game of Thrones, how strong is a low-key gem? Seriously, they really are. I honestly will watch even a little small, like 3-episode miniseries just about them.
I'm just so sad. Like, the ending, sadness. Yeah. The number of great houses this ate through. Like,
bruh.
Just munched
so many.
on.
I mean, first of all, any great house that gets connected to Harrenhal, you already fucked. I don't know what it's going to take. I feel like the children are going to have to make some sacrifice that's on par with the breaking of the Hammer of the Waters, where they broke the Armored Door and turned it into the Stepstones. I feel like it's going to take that to take the curse that's on Harrenhal off. Either that or some random Targaryen fire magic that's going to do it. Which, considering the Jon Snow show is coming, and I've always said that if they do make it interesting, if they bring in some type of magic element, Harrenhal could come into play there. I don't know. But anyway, that's not what tonight's about. Fuck that show. It's just, that just kills the whole conversation. Fuck that.
Oh my God.
Okay, hold on. Let me give that. Matt, what you say here? Just being fair. thought this was a weak episode, and now.
Oh yeah, I
yeah.
did a whole spiel on that at the end of my reaction. Like, I'm gonna miss these actresses. They were out here putting Emily. They were out here putting in the work. And 100%. Viserys at this point, he's getting ready. He's dead. Like he was. Yeah. We got maybe 1 or 2 more episodes with this dude, and he out here like, exactly. It wasn't nothing special. Why did I be leaving you for that? Okay,
exactly.
your dick was average.
So
dick
we can
game
go play lovers and be sellswords or whatever.
You're crazy.
Bro, you really said that with your whole chest. You really thought she was gonna say yes to that. And yeah, you're right, Angie. This is the episode. This is the pinnacle episode right here for the season.
I watched the preview.
You see,
I wasn't going to.
Players are on the teams. I think that they're on. And the next episode we again switching actors. So there's going to be years that have passed by. Aegon is probably going to be a young teenager by now. And young Helena, she's going to be more grown up now too. And I don't remember who the third child is that they had, but the baby that she was holding in this episode, that baby's going to be grown up too. And we're going to start seeing all of the fuckery again. And I told you
the real story, like the real story. A lot of people,
for everyone that loves Alicent, get ready for her being on the fuck shit. This ain't Otto no more.
My comments for the last video, Alicent didn't do anything wrong. She was just forced by her mother. I was like, listen to yourselves.
Bullshit.
Listen to yourselves. And I was like, you know what? I can't wait for y'all to eat that. Because she knew exactly what she was doing. You're going to eat that. Okay? You're going to eat it. And I love a mess too. You're going to eat that and it's going to be delicious.
Yes.
I'm like, what do you think? What do you think? All because yes. I have to figure out who that actor is because yes.
You know what? For again, like I always say, I ain't trying to bang none of them dudes, but I see the appeal. I see the appeal that he has.
It's like the dude on TikTok who takes the tree trunks and just rip them. That's what it's like. That's what he's like.
Hold on. What are you talking about?
The dude, there's a white bearded man on TikTok who picked up. You know how Captain America ripped that log in half? He did that in real life.
Oh. Is he a Viking?
No.
Or is he like is he
like a lumberjack?
Nordic origins?
No, he's from here in the U.S. Just like rah. I was like, oh.
Why? That makes me a little afraid, but I'm curious to know why he has that skill.
I was like, do it again.
Okay, wait, Tawny, explain that. Why do you think Harwin? Wait, Rhea Royce is dead, so I'm assuming.
No. Like
Rhaenyra.
Yeah, because it's Day and Ray Ray.
Okay, it's that. Okay, shit, I forgot. Yes. I gotta be careful when Tony's in the chat, so I don't spoil everything. But coming up, they've laid the breadcrumbs for that. Coming up,
good.
There is a thing there, and you'll see what's happening. Actually, in the trailer, this is going to happen in the next episode because in the trailer they touched on that. They touched on that, and they said, when Alicent was talking to Viserys, and she was like, one child looking like that, it is a fluke that can be looked past.
But three? Come on, the head turn.
Let's just say Criston Cole was no longer the son.
Bradley. Yeah, his real name is Thor. You telling me his real name is Thor?
The dude that plays Harwin? Wait, who said that?
Hold on, wait a minute. Tawny said that.
Okay, yeah.
That's him. That's the dude. That's the dude who does the ripping. Yes.
His real name is Thor.
Listen.
He has to have some type of Nordic descent in his family.
Thorin Bradley.
Okay. I can dig it. Oh yeah, if y'all didn't know, when you see Celebrity Bikini in the chat, that's Jake Cruz. The homie, he's followed me and a lot of our Game of Thrones friends from the very beginning, way back when. So yes, absolutely. Jake's always welcome in the chats. Even though we be arguing sometimes, Jake's is always welcome in the chats.
Oh my God, is that Break Bones? Oh Jesus. Hold on.
What picture did you find? Share it.
I don't know how to share it.
Okay, wait, look. Okay, look at StreamYard. At the bottom, do you see a share button?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, click that, and then you just got to choose like which screen or which window you're trying to share, and I'll put it on the chat.
What?
Oh, is that lady CC I see? Hey, boo. You know what? I'm really hoping that since we're getting a lot of these prequel stories, again, I don't care about Jon Snow. I really want to see something with Duncan Egg. And if y'all don't know anything about Duncan Egg, this chick right here, that's who you want to talk to. That she,
He's
a
right
lot
there.
of us that know about Duncan Egg, but
He
she
look like him, but he's
it's not the most knowledgeable that I
he
know.
clean.
Okay.
He clean.
I see it. He cleans up very nicely. All right.
Clean.
Oh, wait, hold on. Click on. Yeah, I was gonna say click on that picture. Because if you're in images and you click on it, it usually enlarges it a little bit.
No, see, hold on.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't want to touch.
X that. Nope, go back.
Hold on, wait.
Or you can open it in its own tab. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
That's.
Is he clean shaven on the show?
No, he's not.
No, he only has like the little 5 o'clock shadow.
That on the show. He's that on the show.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The mustache. Yeah. The beard.
I like all of this, but I
shadow.
also like that. I can. Yeah.
I don't know what it's always been, but I've always appreciated seeing people in suits, and that's as men and women, you know. And I'm speaking in fashion.
It's the cleanness for me.
Just when somebody can clean up real well like that, I appreciate the fuck out of that aesthetic. I really do. Okay, there, Sir Break Bones. I see you.
Yes, sir. Okay, it's enough of that, isn't
it? Right, Meeks over here gonna be hot and bothered later.
Listen. But yeah, I just I know you probably already talked about it, but listen, when he rolled through at the beginning,
if you don't care about spoilers, all right, cool. Yeah,
she was like, "Spoil me." That's hilarious.
I got you. See, and a lot of times I don't care about spoilers either. So when people start to get things, I'm like, no, tell me what to look for sure, because I want to see if the connections are actually there for myself. So,
child, there's so many people who got mad at me for saying that he was that Day would be the king of the Stepstones. I was like, that's not a real title. I just mashed them together.
Yeah,
I realized that's not the real title.
And even without it being a real title, though, that's canon book accurate. So what were they mad at?
They were like, "Well, you spoiled that he was going to be king." I was like, "No, I didn't." I was like, "You know what? You don't know the next episode. Just wait till the next episode. Wait till the next episode." And I was like, "See, y'all need to chill out."
when it comes to things like that, and people are calling it spoilers, honestly, right. A lot of times, if a book has been out for more than a year, and you haven't read it, but then you get into a show that's based on that book, you can't then get mad that people that have the knowledge of the original material are talking about that, and they're keeping that in mind in their assessment while they're watching the show.
There's so many people like,
that doesn't make sense. It's been out for over a year. You being spoiled, that's your fault. If you don't want to hear anything, stay off the internet and don't watch my stream then. It's that simple. Well, it's not my responsibility to make sure that you're not spoiled. It's your responsibility to do that.
Together, and I know they're going to get together. I said, I didn't say they were going to get together. I said they need to get together. I was talking about Day and Ray. I was like, they should have got together in the beginning. If he really wanted to squash that, he would have did it. But for some reason, Viserys didn't like that. So he's trying to be like, no. If he was really bad about it, he would have been like, yes, either them or bringing in House Velaryon. Come on.
See, and again, here's the fuck shit with that. I saw people are ruining the show. You motherfuckers watch Game of Thrones and you watch how everybody else reacted.
Shireen Baratheon told you what the ending was when she was talking to the Onion Knight. She said what the ending was. She said it.
Miss me with that fuck shit.
I'm like, that lets me know that y'all weren't really paying attention. Now, granted, it was years ago, but I knew because she was obsessed with it. That's all she could do was read books. And so she kept reading that all over again. That's how she taught Sir Davos how to read.
Taught Sir Davos, yep. On that
to read that book.
And also, again, shout out to Shireen Baratheon. If things would have went somewhat well, and this, again, is because I read a lot of fan fiction, and I also write fan fiction. And one of my fanfic OTPs for Game of Thrones is little Shireen Baratheon and Rickon Stark. I think had they both been allowed to grow and come into their own, when Rickon came back to Westeros, like he's on Skagos as far as we know right now. He's on Skagos. That's where he was when last we left off. I have a random vision of like some Gandalf shit, like look towards the east or something.
He comes back in the books.
He's gonna come back through White Harbor. And when he gets off the boat, if this is a show, there's not going to be a camera showing his face. There's going to be a camera that pans in on 2 skinny legs and 4 black furry legs. And that's going to be Rickon and Shaggy Dog, grown up, trained in being a warg, because we know supposedly, there's a whole bunch of cannibals on Skagos. I don't think that's it. I think they started that rumor just to protect themselves, and I think House Stark already knows that. And those tribes on Skagos, that's why they love, quote unquote, the Ned is what they call him in the books. They have all of the magic, and they trained Rickon. They kept him safe. They protected him. So now the king is back, and he's about to help his siblings wreck shop, and they're gonna take the North back. But that's just me and my fanfiction.
They just ruined. You know what? Never mind. I just want to talk about it because this show is so great. I don't want to talk about, like, they can't do anything Game of Thrones related without George. They just can't.
They can't. And that's where the original show fucked up, is when they stopped having George be the consultant.
He was like, hey, here are the plot points. Get there how you may. And he saw how they got there, and they were like...
And he was like, yeah, and that's why we don't have the Winds of Winter now. I think the Winds of Winter and A Dream of Spring are done. George is just like, hell no, these motherfuckers ain't gonna do that to my legacy. And now he's changing shit.
He's got to, because if this is how if he actually thought that Bran would be the ending, and I think he said that. He's like, yeah, this has always been the ending. And I was like...
It's the way they get there is the issue.
I don't even want him to be involved at all. I want him to be in the tree. Okay, he needs to be in the tree with the other guy that was in the tree.
And that's the thing. I don't think he's ever going to be able to leave the Blood Raven's cave. I want him to be able to break out, honestly, because I think it would be cool. And really, the North needs a Green Seer to help them get through.
But him coming back
that's coming into play, and they need a magic wielder.
I don't want that. I don't want that. There's so many things they need to fix and retcon when it comes to what happened in the show to what happened in the book. So I'm not mad at him taking another couple of years to rewrite it, because I'm pretty sure he's got to go back far and like redo
to tweak things a little bit. Yep.
To make it make sense.
Okay, random thing, and then we'll get off our tinfoil theory post here for Game of Thrones. I don't think Bran's even gonna have to try to make it past the wall. I think that all of those tunnels that we've heard about that the children have built underground, I think they're all connected. And there are hubs of magical power all around Westeros. I'm pretty sure Pike is one of them. The God's Eye, we know, is another. And the place where Winterfell is built. It's named Winterfell literally because that's where winter fell. That's where they defeated the first Night King. And I'm not talking about the 13th floor commander. This is a universe that I think has run in circles a lot of times. Every few millennia, the board is changed. There are new players added, and
the same thing happens.
And the game starts over again because people have not made the changes that needed to be made to stop that shit in its tracks. Yep. And we have key people that keep coming back in different forms, and they have to figure out exactly who they are and get right. Like Dany. Dany, I think, is one of those key characters that has to figure out where she is. She has to figure out her own strength, build herself up to get to where she needs to be to fight against this great enemy. I think the disconnect between Essos and Westeros is a very key part of this, because we have those, the 5 forts that's across the Narrow Sea. The 5 forts are specifically constructed to keep the Lion of Night and his demons out of the realms of men. That is a place of power that has to come into play again. And there's so many things that connect the clues of the deeper lore of this story.
That's why I just get so frustrated about the way that they took the ending of the last season, because there were so many avenues they could have taken, and they were just like, you know what, we got to get done.
Yeah, and they wanted to get to that Star Wars check, and this was a reality check that hit them in the face because y'all fucked up, and now you ain't doing shit.
Exactly, like you fucked up Game of Thrones, and they were like, Star Wars, I don't.
The last time we saw D&D, they had a cameo in Westworld with a dragon, and that was it. Because all of them future contracts got snatched from them because they fucked up. Damn it, Kiki.
Team Green. Oh, you mean like She-Hulk? I like She-Hulk too.
Man, no, right? No, Kiki is
I like She-Hulk. She's
Kiki
great.
Is a shit disturber. Damn it. Kiki is saying this shit because Kiki just like, you know what? Fuck y'all. Let me call some drama over here. Look, Kiki.
Oh, I said, listen, ma'am. You can say what you had said, okay? And I know how the story is going to end, but it doesn't matter. You can say what you had said.
You know what? Actually, shit. While I'm thinking about it, in Kiki, while you're here, I know you have been watching. I think I saw the other day that you were doing some live reactions. Also, I was not able to jump into the last one that you did, but I did click a like because again, I always support my folks out here. Kiki, if you want to come on for a discussion with me, let me know. Hit me up on the Twitter roast, and we'll get you in for an episode. I honestly would love to have your input. And for those of y'all that don't know Kiki, you're missing out. Go check her channel out.
I don't like it.
And she has an awesome store too. So that a lot of products that she sells. She's very talented. So go support.
That's what I said, Kiki. Even in my reaction, I was like, even though I love Rhaenyra so much, I'm like, all Otto had to do was sit there and eat his food because the people didn't want it to happen. The houses didn't want it to happen. He didn't have to do a damn thing. He didn't have to manipulate anybody. They were already going to choose Aegon as the male heir because he has a peen. So the fact that he was just like instigated and egging on and putting his fingers and toes in pots that he didn't need to, he caused his own demise. And then he had the audacity of the caucasity to blame his daughter for it. Like, oh, you picked her side. It didn't matter what side Alicent picked because the king had said what he had said when you had did what you had did. Exactly. If you had done what you had done, nothing would have happened.
Exactly. You again, and this is what I was saying earlier before you came on. You delve too greedily and too deep. This is the dwarves in the mines of Moria right now. What happened? Again, they delved too greedily, they dug too deep, and they awoke a Balrog, and every last single one of them was annihilated. And for those of you watching the Rings of Power, yo, first of all, if you're not watching it, go watch it. It's a great show. And
I'm on episode 2 and I have not caught up.
I'm not gonna spoil. No, okay. all I'm gonna say. Actually, I think I haven't watched episode 3 yet either. But all I'm gonna say is this is one of those things that you just always have to be mindful of. Otto got too big for his britches. He started trying to step his game up and move even more into power, and you misstepped, young man. You misstepped. First of all, you know, your hair is oily and disgusting looking. I need you to fix that. Your fucking beard game is bullshit. You look like a scraggly ass bum all the time. And you don't really even know how to talk to people. You fancy yourself a mini master of whisperers. And yeah, you playing the game a little bit. I get it. But your machinations are easy to find. They're easy to see. You got lucky with a dumbass like Viserys.
He purposely saw it and then ignored it.
Rhaenyra peeped that game already. She ain't about your fuck shit.
Rhaenyra peeped it. Strong peeped it. Velaryon peeped it. Everybody was like, okay, so he's going to let him do what he's going to do? Fine, but we see you, dog. Don't come over here trying to manipulate this because we see what you're doing. We see what you're doing and we don't like it.
Everyone but Viserys saw the fuck shit.
Come on. So
now here he is trying to make this last ditch effort to try to hold on to power, and he fucked up.
Did you also hear how the maester was like, oh, you have some stuff that could help him heal? No, we don't need that. We're going to go with the leeches. I'm like, so you could have helped this man, and you were like, no, the leeches, because he likes those, even though they don't do anything.
You remember what we said last time?
Mm-hmm.
You remember what? And not even last episode. I think it was the episode before that.
Mm-hmm.
It was Lady D. It was Lady D that got us hit.
Yes.
These motherfuckers are from Valyria.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't bring over all of the magic of old Valyria, but you did bring over a lot of servants from old Valyria. You did bring over a lot of scrolls and written books and knowledge from old Valyria. Why the fuck are y'all always dying in childbirth? Because I'm pretty sure there's a fix for that. And two, again, this man literally just said, we have a fix for this.
No.
However, don't even worry about that. This is the best way. It's cool. Even if it's drawn out a little bit, it's alright. It's fine. And you're not paying attention. All the nonsense that Viserys said the last episode when he finally fired Otto, that's the whole tenure of his career. He's a people pleaser. Because you see, he didn't even get the gumption enough to do that until Rhaenyra really brought it to his face.
And the thing is, he's not ignorant of it. He sees what he's doing, but he doesn't think it's a big deal. He thinks what he's
want to rock the boat.
He thinks what he's doing is not a big deal because I'm the king, and when I say go, so he can go over here and try to manipulate whatever. I said what I said. However, when you're dead, Fred.
That's like he, again, as a reminder, and the show did change the Targaryen family tree a bit to fit where they want folks. It wasn't originally between Rhaenys and Viserys. It was Rhaenys' son. Yeah, there was a bunch of people. When it boiled down to it, the two people were Viserys because I think his older brother had died. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't Rhaenys, it was her son. Because they weren't going to pass it to the throne to a woman.
Are we not even talking about you?
Yeah, but because but because Laenor was already born, he's a male. He can actually take the throne. That's who the contest was between, Laenor or Viserys. And it ended up being Viserys. And they came up with that rule that says no female heir can claim ownership through a son. That again was like the extra double jab in the side. Because and that's why Queen Alicent was like, bitch, you know what? I'm out. If you don't need me, okay, fine, I'm going. And let's not forget about those 2 years that was it 2 years? It may have only been one. But baby girl went to the north on her dragon, and she procured a whole extra plot of land that she took from it wasn't House Karstark. Who's the last hearth? What house is that? The Great John's house. The Umbers. It was the Umbers. I'm like, she took land from the Umbers to give the Night's Watch the new gift. Why did she take those lands? Well, we have the answer here. Aegon knew about what was coming with the Night King from the north. She gave them those extra lands because she wanted to make sure that any other soldiers had all of the food that they could. But again, things are lost in history. When the heirs come to ruling in all of these houses, including House Targaryen, if they're not passed on the essential knowledge of the deep magic and the deep lore that is happening and what they need to look out for, disaster happens. And again, look at this story. It moves in circles over and over and over again. Something fucking happens to where people don't believe in magic, and then it comes back and it fucks everybody up because they don't know how to deal with it.
I'm just like, I can't.
It's so much that's going on here, and I love this episode. I really think this is my favorite episode. Like every episode gets better and better. Last week, it was last week's episode that was my favorite. This week, this episode is number one right now.
Good. It's the intrigue for me. It's the fact that Daemon is messy. It's the fact that our sweetheart. I don't go to the movies unless I can rent a whole theater, and that's not in a whole theater.
I forgot.
You know how? Listen, I just can't be in Gen Pop. I don't want to be in Gen Pop because I went to the movie theater and this girl was throwing up in the sink in the bathroom. And I was like,
wow. Who is getting faded at the damn movie theater?
No, it wasn't faded. She was sick. And she was throwing up in the sink in the bathroom, not the toilet. The sink.
That just makes me think.
I walked in and I was like,
that makes me think of King Patches. That's another thing from this episode. I really wish I had a whole box of masks to throw through the screen.
Ooh, every time he was like, I was like,
you got SARS.
I was like, sir, it's COVID. You can't be coughing like that in people's faces. Like,
right. And he's trying to play it off like, oh no, it's fine. I don't need a chair. I don't need to sit
the
down.
number of times Corliss was like, did you need a chair? Did you want a chair?
Rhaenys kept looking at him like, yo, cousin, you good?
Did you need a chair?
Are you sure?
No, I don't need to sit.
Then he grabbed like the handkerchief and like, wiped off.
So you won't take a chair. Would you take a bench?
You can.
Would you take a stool? Okay, you don't even have to take a bench or a stool. What about leaning against the wall? Something.
Like
come on.
Wall over there. If you got something to say, yell.
Child, when he came in and collapsed and Alicent at the top and she was like,
right, yo, it's like Grayscale is taking over. Did y'all see his arm?
Yes, I was like, wait a minute, that's the stuff wasn't that that's like a pasty stuff they put on him? Because I was like, it couldn't be his arm. Because I was like, that couldn't be his arm. I'm just sir, you're full of it.
I think that's valid though. Look at like what the crab feeder looked like, and remember what Jorah started looking like. What Shireen has as a scar on the side of her face. Mix all that shit up, and that's Viserys right now.
Like,
I still don't think it's Grayscale, but there is something extra going on there, and I think he's just being poisoned. He's not willing to accept that.
Oh, exactly. He's like, you've got to know something's wrong. You're holding on for dear.
How are you trusting the people giving you this medicine? You keep getting sicker and sicker. See, again, this is where I have to stand my queen, Visenya, because when they tried that fuck shit with Maegor, she was like, no, fuck you. I'm bringing in some help, and we got this shit. Goodbye.
They was like, oh, you got it? Oh, okay, hold on. Let me call.
Right, let me send a Raven real quick.
Like, no, we need assistance. Okay, you're not being the assistance. We're gonna bring the assistance in. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Okay, bye.
And that's why I say, look, I am not a fan of all of the innocents that Maegor killed. But when you look at that with a bit more perspective and you see why he was doing some of the things he did, I'm not mad at him taking that shit to the Citadel. No, not the Citadel. I'm not mad at him taking it to the High Sparrow. Not the High Sparrow, but the people in charge of the Seven. Them folks. I'm not mad that he burned that set down. I'm not mad that he didn't give a fuck about the Goodfellows or what was the other name that they had? The Faith Militant. He fucked all of them up. He got on his dragon and he was like, nah, peace, bitch.
You don't have time for it. Yucky.
He fought in the trial by combat for himself, and he was the only motherfucker that made it out alive. He was in a coma for a bit, but he made it. He wasn't a great king, and he absolutely was cruel, but yeah, he did have some points though.
This is just so, I'm wondering how far this series is gonna go. Like, are we going?
This is not ginger ale chat, Gigi. Save that shit.
You see me? I cannot confirm or deny that I have to experience such thing.
I mean, yo, things happen in movie theaters. I mean, I'm just, speaking on the experiences of a friend. I wouldn't really know myself, but I've heard stories, as they say. I mean, it's dark. If the floors are clean, and
but that's a good question for you.
Else in there, just saying that them recline cushy seats that they got nowadays can come in handy. I've heard, allegedly.
But, bring it back. That's a good question. Where do you think this series is going to end?
The series itself altogether, I think, is going to cover the whole of the Dance of Dragons. This season, though, that's a gamble on where exactly they'll cut for season 2. I don't know that we'll get any full battle, but I think the finale is probably going to be where we see Viserys die. And that's going to be where people really see Alicent on her scheming.
I think it's going to happen sooner. I think he's either going to die the end of next episode or the end of episode 7, because the shit has to pop off. I think they're gonna begin the dance of dragons and then be like done.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Oh, yo, the Hour of the Wolf. Okay, yo, low key, because there have been rumors going around that Henry Cavill and Elizabeth Olsen are in talks for season 2 of House of the Dragon. A lot of folks think that Elizabeth Olsen will play a younger what's my girl's name? Melisandre. And while she does have that look, we know what
I thought she was playing somebody else.
No, the original thought was that she was going to be a younger Melisandre. Melisandre doesn't need a younger actress.
Because she is the same.
And Carice is alive in the timeline. Yeah. Melisandre is absolutely alive right now in this era of the show. But I think she fits better with Alice Blackwood, and I do believe that's like the main consensus from folks of who she's going to be is Alice Blackwood.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Or Alice Rivers. Yes. Yeah,
yes, Alice
Rivers. You're right, Cece. Yeah, I forgot. It's Rivers. But I mean, that's basically
I'm sitting here Googling because I was trying to figure out how many years are between the Mad King and the Dance of the Dragons. Because I think
they said 100 some odd years, a century. Or
no, just the Dance of the Dragon part and the King. I wanted to know what's the time difference because
they said that at the beginning in the very first episode, didn't they?
Daenerys, not the Mad King.
Right.
So I wanted to know if this was something that could be touched upon, like before the series ends. Like the series ending would be the birth of the Mad King because we know what happened. We know what happened. So that's what I'm like. If they've got all of this information and all of this story to play with, we could get at least like 5 or 6 seasons of the House of Dragons, because the House of Dragons is about the demise of the Targaryen dynasty.
I don't think 6 seasons would be necessary unless they added in a lot of background filler, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, but I don't think they should drag this out. I think 4 or 5 seasons would be enough.
I feel like if they do the Dance of Dragons, the entire battle from beginning to end justice, it would not be a season. The Dance of the Dragon to me would be like 2 seasons of solid, like, because a lot of stuff happened that they got to touch upon.
They can't there's definitely time jumps that are already in the story. So they could just replicate those. True.
I'm like, they can't sit here and shirk on that, because that's what I think Game of Thrones failed with like the Battle of Winterfell. That could have been a whole season to make it tense, because it could have been tense, or at least half a season, because at the time a season was 6 episodes. It could have been 6 episodes of straight terror, and they didn't do it.
With that, you definitely have to take into account. I know Tony, most of y'all in chat know Tony Teflon. He has always had the theory that everything that they showed with Jon Snow really coming to power and the planning and all the strategies that he did in the book, that's actually going to be Stannis. And it makes sense that that's Stannis, because Stannis is the one that is actually on his way to the north to conquer and take back Winterfell. That's a staple thing that he has to do. He has to prove himself to these Northmen that he's recruited into fighting with him. So a lot of that we saw in Battle of the Bastards and all that, that's actually going to be Stannis in the book, and I think it's going to be freaking amazing the way it actually happens. And you are right, Kiki. Look, it was the battle of the side bitches, but one of those side bitches was actually in the right in the way he was thinking and trying to go about things. He probably should never have said anything to Criston, or Sir Crispy. But he didn't read the room correctly. And honestly, I feel like he should have talked to Laenor, if not Laenor and Rhaenyra, about doing that, because then Rhaenyra could have gotten him hip to the game. Like, you know what? Nah, let's not go that route, because this thing happened, and he kind of sus right now.
Well, he kind of to Rhaenyra, but the thing is that he should have never approached it. That is not your business.
Yeah.
That is not your business. And like, why would you even assume that you are important enough to go to the queen's side piece and be like, we're all in this together? No.
He was, right, and like was pointed out in my chat, he was talking a little bit too loud for comfort right there. I mean, granted, the music was playing, people's conversations were in the air, but we got, the clubfoot over here, future master of whispers.
That's what he was doing.
Strong over here. You don't know what this motherfucker and his eagle eyes and ears are going to pick up on.
It was safe to even discuss this in a room full of crowded people. I'm not telling my business in a room that has hundreds of people in it who are waiting to get this information to uplift themselves. Like, no, I'm not giving anybody any ammunition. Yeah, he had no chill.
No chill at all.
He was just not okay with everything that was happening. You could tell he was not okay with everything.
Joffrey was low key being messy too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was.
He's at fault. He's at fault for that one. Just.
I was like, oh, loudmouth. Yeah.
He was low key being a messy queen. That's facts. That is absolute facts. Like, what the fuck?
You're forgetting his station.
Hard eyes, crying. Oh, bitch, you gonna reject me? Okay. Fuck. He's a nice guy. Holy shit. Sir Crispin is a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is right there.
I offered you the world that I had, and you said no.
And you said no. How dare you? And now I know that the other person that you gonna let into your bed, he got a side piece, not just a side piece, but a side piece that is a he. And you're okay. You're choosing to stay with that over me. You want to be under all this hassle and strain and punishment that's on the throne, and you won't come away with me, bitch. Calm your pussy thirsty ass down.
Yikes.
Who the fuck did you really think you were to make this girl give up everything about herself and everything that she has been fighting for?
Give up everything for essentially nothing substantial.
For some dick.
Nothing substantial. I said what I said.
Mediocre peen, at least. Fuck that.
Like, listen, he's so cute and adorable. I'm like, yay! But sir, you are overestimating. No. Come on,
huge fuckboy energy.
Come on, exactly.
Right, exactly. How dare she reject me? Yeah, he's a nice guy. Dare you? That's exactly what it is right there.
Dario did understand. He knew what his place was. He didn't ask for elevation. He was like, I will be happy to be in the background as long as you keep giving me that thing. Thank you.
Look, and let's be clear again. I feel like this is another feather in Dario's cap, even though I don't like him. I definitely didn't like the look of the actor that they gave him, because that's not what he looks like at all. And the first dude was closer. But Dario, he was upset that he wasn't going to be able to go over with Daenerys.
But he did indeed.
He sucked it up. He was like, you know what? Okay, cool. If I stay here, she's expecting me to be in charge, so I still got power. All right. I can do some things.
When she come back, I really want her.
Yeah, and then when she come back for a visit, I'm gonna blow her back out during those other couple years, and that's it. That is the mindset that Sir Crispy needed to have, and he was just too full of his fuckboyness to get that through his thick skull.
Straight on Team Gaston. He was like Beauty and Beast Gaston.
Yo,
like come on,
that's a perfect reference. Don't know how to read the room for shit.
Come on, come on.
So don't feel right. Just like the time my cousin, his baby mama, inside chick fought at his wedding. Yeah.
Not at the wedding.
I think his tact was terrible. He shouldn't have went about it like that, if even going about it at all. But he wasn't wrong. If you want this thing to work out, then you gonna be just like Renly and Marjorie with Loras. Know your place. Marjorie did not miss a fucking beat. You know what? I mean, I could turn around and you could put it in my butt if you need to fantasize that it's Loras.
Exactly. Or, as long as the seed is seeding, we were good. Like just seed and seed.
and
because we
vice
got to have
versa.
something happening. You know what I'm saying?
Because let's not forget, Loras knew the game too. When he that one night that Renly low-key pissed him off, and he was like, all right, you know what, whatever. Tonight really with us don't even need to happen. There's someone else that requires your seed a lot more than I do. And he opens the door and Marjorie right there waiting. Yo, come on in, sis. I'm gonna go to bed. Y'all have fun. Do what you gotta do. Because Renly, you're supposed to consummate the fucking marriage and birth an heir to the throne. They were both, Loras and Marjorie were both about the fucking game.
They were about that life. Even when Loras was betrothed to Cersei, he was like, I'm gonna do what I need to, what needs to be did.
And Jamie even tried to come and talk shit to him. Loras was like, I'm unfazed, bro. No fucks given. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Do what you do, but I'm still gonna be here doing what I need to do.
You're right, team. But I'm just here's the thing. This is the one time where I'm kind of upset. I know what happens because there's so many characters.
Avenues. Yeah.
There's so many great characters that we're getting ready to meet. And I'm just like, I want to root for them, but I know how this is going to end. And it hurts my feelings.
He still could have been getting it, but he wanted to be in his feelings because he thought his peen was so great that the future queen, heir to the throne, ruler, protector of the Rhaenyra, lord of the first men, and all that other bullshit, titles, as Robert would say, doesn't want to leave all that behind and come scramble a life together with me across seas.
Dare he? I'm still upset that he even attempt to why,
bro?
You know how much being heir meant to her, and you just
she been working to get this true respect for how long?
Well, Miss Duncan,
I don't think there's gonna be a reprimand.
No, I don't think so either, because Alicent has him in her corner now. She's going to protect him at all costs.
She's going to protect him. Yeah. Even if the small council might say something, or if some of the lords that are in residence at the Red Keep try to say something, he's untouchable now.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, let's not forget, Otto is gone. So he can't be in Alicent's ear anymore. And it speaks volumes that one point where, that last part where Alicent and her dad were talking, she really brought that shit. She put a little bit of bass in her voice for a hot second, but then she stopped when he turned and looked at her, and that mask slipped a little bit. We saw a quick glimpse of still that scared little girl that is afraid of her father and wants to do everything she needs.
Her nails. I was like, oh, you're biting.
Right, exactly. That one little bit spoke volumes. But Otto isn't there anymore. This, again, like I said, Alicent is of all these machinations that are coming forth now. That's why we saw her go and talk to her uncle. Yo, don't fucking worry about Dad. It ain't even gonna be a thing. I'm here now. I'm doing this. I am in charge. That's what that conversation was about. Let's not forget that.
It's just... It's so good.
Right. That's why the King's Guard can't have nice things, right? Because fuck boys like Sir Crispy are messing it up for everybody. So my only complaint with the time jumps that I wish I could see Daemon and Elena's romance. Yeah. You know what? Their time together really isn't that bad, because, like I said, don't think for a second that Daemon is getting anything over on Lena. Lena is the daughter of Rhaenys Targaryen. She's peep your game.
He was like, okay, I see my man at the end of
you walked in.
My man's at the end of the table.
Already on point. And she is Vhagar. Vhagar right now is the oldest living dragon.
Is that what she rode into King's Landing? Okay, yes. I wanted to make sure, because I was like, they didn't.
That's why they made it a key point for her to ask Viserys about Vhagar. When they were doing their recording,
how they were going to bring it into the story, and I'm wondering if the little clip in the trailer where we see of somebody walking next to a giant ass dragon, I thought that was going to be her with Vhagar, but I was like, so who? You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of questions. I just want to know how it happened. But the way
I would like to see that too. I thought they were going to give us that because she specifically asked about Vhagar before.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll get it in a flashback next episode. I don't know.
Hopefully, because I'm just like,
Chica, thanks for
the
coming
way
through.
she rolled up.
I told you why she was so upset. This is not a lover jilted only for Sir Crispin.
Mm-hmm.
The subtext of romance between Alicent and Rhaenyra was done on purpose.
She felt
Alicent
misled.
is pissed because she thinks Rhaenyra cheated on her.
Mm-hmm.
That's
like, how you gonna look me in my face and then not tell me the truth? Because I'm asking you as a friend. I didn't come to you as the queen. I asked you as a friend, as a partner, as a confidant, and you did not give me the honor of telling me the truth. She told you the partial truth. She didn't have any type of relations with Daemon. She didn't. They tried, but nothing happened. She did not. But she didn't tell you the other half of that, which is why when you went to Crispin and Crispin was like,
he blurted it out. Oh, it happened.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
That's because I think he was just ready to end it for himself. He was like, I'm done. She doesn't love me. She doesn't want me.
Which again,
I need to get out. Because he also tried to kill himself at the end of the episode. And she was like, hold on, wait. Before you do that.
I think he would have stopped even if she hadn't shown up, though.
Honestly, I don't think so.
He had it in him.
I think he would have, because him doing what he did at the dinner put a target on his back. If Alicent hadn't stepped in front of it, which she did to save him, there was no reason for him to do what he did. Viserys would have been like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dog? And at that point, I feel like he would have been like, you know what? 2 tears in a bucket. He's already 2 tears in a bucket. He went to Alicent 2 tears in a bucket. So he's going to continue that. So
yeah, true.
I figure like he was either going to do it himself or he's going to have somebody do it for him. Either way, he didn't want to be here no more because his baby boo didn't want him she wanted, he wanted her. His feelings was hurt.
Yeah. Like, yeah, they both see, and I don't think it's really fair of Alicent to look at it, I think, in the way that she's looking at it, because she knows some things have to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really just the lie that she's mad at. And I understand, but that again is where I say this is a jilted lover. Just like Sir Crispy is a jilted lover. This is it. It's almost like, on Reddit where cheaters are caught, like on camera. This is the who thinks they're the main piece, and the side piece get together to go after whatever dude or girl is fucking them both over. That's what's happening here.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. And yeah. She is wild as fuck. I mean, and if you pay attention to that conversation that she had with Daemon, she was taking his ass to task. She was like, well, I'm not married yet. This has always been want to so why you not moving on this though?
Like, don't talk about it, be about it. I was like, oh,
she brought him to task and he couldn't handle it.
He was like, it's good.
He could not handle it. I mean, she low-key a player, but this is her personality.
She was like, I'm going to tell you what I said. She's really on the Spice Girl shit. I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So how about you tell me what you really want?
And he look, this is like almost within like the same week. This is 2 chicks of power that are telling Daemon, yo, I see your fucking game and fuck you. I dare you to try to one-up me now. Rhea, unfortunately, Lady Royce didn't make it out of that, but Rhaenyra sure did.
I would have been like, oh, it's Daemon? I'm gonna get my fucking ass out of here.
Right, right. And that, again, is why I said don't think that he is getting a damn thing over Laena. Nah, Laena has been trained well.
Listen, you know what it is?
She knows exactly what the fuck is going on. And she is playing him every left and right that he is not looking. And that is why that betrothal is what's going to happen. Honestly, I thought we were going to see a double wedding. I thought that it was going to be Laena and Daemon there as well. But I think that next episode.
Because I figured that Viserys looking at him like, you need to get the fuck away from my daughter. Would have been like, We got to get him out of here.
Because he low-key felt it, like, as soon as Daemon walked in, and I was looking at the table like, oh, wait, they did not expect Daemon to show up here.
They had to add
a place for him set at all. And that speaks so many volumes. And of course, Daemon, he ain't gonna care because it doesn't matter. His goal is still in the works now. Mm-hmm. And where is he? Right across the table with
Lena. Many avenues. He's got many avenues. Even if Rhaenyra wasn't even an option anymore, like she was already dead, gone, he could still go after Alicent's daughter because that's a thing. He could just sit and die time.
Yep. Yeah, and everybody in here, that all y'all saying about Lena, you are absolutely right. Like I said, she is the daughter of Rhaenys Targaryen.
That's my bitch.
Believe she has the game peeped out.
I love her so much. But that also means that they probably won't be alive in the next episodes, huh?
Yeah, I can't remember if it's been a while since I read the book.
I gotta figure out when they died. I gotta Google that later because I'm just like, I love these. Oh, come on. Like Uncle Blackamow don't look that old, but Corlys definitely looks that old, and Rhaenyra is definitely that old. Like, come on. I was calling that the entire time. Look, Uncle Blackamow in the back of the dude.
Okay. And I won't say too much on it because I know we're going to get a little more in depth with it tomorrow. But again, the calculated moves of Rhaenys and Lord Corlys, that spot of, oh, they not there to greet the king when he lands. Oh, well, they just got back from a very tiring expedition. He made all haste to meet you in the Great Hall when he returned. And my boy is just sitting there lounging in the chair when they walk in. And he doesn't stand up until they actually start walking in. It's like, oh, my king, blah, blah. He did all the customary shit, bent the knee and whatnot. And then Rhaenys comes in like, oh, shit, cousin, what's good?
Exactly.
Cousin. And I'm honestly surprised that he didn't say anything to her about smelling like a dragon because she looked like she had just been out for a ride.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very, very interesting. That whole interaction. That's why I say Lord Corlys and Lady Rhaenys are my OTP of petty rule.
I love them so much.
They are a well-oiled machine.
I'm still trying to convince my brother to do a Halloween costume of it. I'm just trying.
He don't want to. Oh my god, that would be perfect.
All I'm saying, all we got to do is spray little white in his dreads.
And does he know that the white spray is a thing? He don't even got to dye the hair.
Exactly.
His dreads literally are what Corlys Velaryon's dreads should look like. Mm-hmm. If y'all don't know what Meeks' brother looks like, you should follow her on Twitter. Mm-hmm. You'll see. He be posting pics. Mm-hmm.
Or definitely Instagram
too. That's a perfect cosplay for him. Absolutely.
I'm telling you, like it's just like, and the thing is, he even cut his dreads, so they're not that much shorter. They're just not in his cheeks anymore. They're a little but he could still like hit him with the white spray. But he's too cool for school.
That would be really cool. Tell him. I mean, I know I ain't nobody, but I support that decision.
I'm just saying. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I have to go. I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I definitely got to get
I work third shift, and I've been up.
Yo, Driftmark, that castle was sweet. All them freaking scenes of sea battles and shit they had.
Hold on a second. Let me get my Twitterization. It is twitter.com/ManicMeeks YT.
Yes.
I think I had to, like, somebody else has Manic Meeks, and I keep looking at this person who has Manic Meeks who hasn't tweeted in like 6 years. How do I get it?
Oh shit! I didn't even know
somebody else had
that handle. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the chat, y'all.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, that's the handle you want to look for to follow Meeks on Twitter. And yeah, it is hella late. So we gonna get out of here with our ramblings. Thanks for hanging with us, because y'all know I really don't do after shows, but I'm glad I saw Meeks was on and we could link up. So come back tomorrow if you want to Right. If you want to come through and hear like the rest of all of our big points,
Oh, I can't wait for Lady D. I know she has some.
I know. She was in the chat for the beginning.
Oh,
But yeah. We gonna pop that, and we have another special guest lined up that I think you guys are gonna love, because he's been on these YouTube streets before. We just haven't seen him for a little bit, but I think it'll be great to have him on. So 9:15, 9:20 ish. Be back here on my channel, and we're gonna go through all of our high points for the episode. And let's see. Thursday, I'll be back with the boys, DJ Wun Wun and Fandom. We'll be talking about some She-Hulk. Not sure what we're gonna replace our Wednesdays with, but when I know, I'll let y'all know.
cool.
So we'll be back tomorrow. I'm not gonna have Meeks do the usual long outro because she'd be doing all the things.
See y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, if you want that list, come check us out tomorrow. We'll be there. All right, thanks for hanging with me, folks. Always, peace and love. Stay safe in the realm. Peace.